two, and one. Hey
Oh
there.
boy.
Been a while. Um, Welcome back to the good old Tales of Revedia. As we take our merry gang through various adventures through the land of Revedia. And as we are back this week with the full party. To give a brief recap of what you all may have missed. So, the party has been sent to the city of Granite Den, a dwarven city located, tucked within the Golden Ranges, where magic is, we'll say, frowned upon among many circles. They've been asked to come here by a group known as the Stone Speakers, sort of the religious order of not the religious, like the small guild of arcanists who are allowed to exist within the city. Of attacks happening on some of the students and those who practice magic throughout the city. And the reason they were specifically requested is due to large amounts of a device they had previously found scattered all about the city that these attackers were using to disable the magics of the students they were attacking. So, with a few clues under their belt, they headed into the Runesteel mines, as they figured that would be the best option for them to go forth to figure out what the source of these devices could have been. After spending some time going through the main tunnel, also spending some time around a significant amount of time going through an offshoot of another tunnel, going through this almost seemingly endless maze of natural caverns stretching beneath the city. The party was attacked. Um, some people were injured in some capacities during that event, as they found as they slayed the beast, going back to its lair, finding some link to some female drow figure known as Lady Norsine. Question. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but as the party head back on the other direction, the one in which the elk was not stuck in. Um, After a bit of traveling, um, they find themselves in this area of the mines where this sort of magma swells all around. This oppressive heat is beating around them. Going through the main entrance, they found themselves attacked by a pack of Galeb who seemed keen on guarding the entrance of the Runesteel mines from attackers, as well as proceeding to what appeared to be some sort of gathering area, which had been evacuated quickly as they were attacked by a Hezro, a demonic creature. Someone they had not yet.
Brynhild used Rock Smash, and it was super effective.
Yeah, no, Brynhild's a fucking G. I think we'll just put that out there real quick. Um, but meanwhile, as this is happening, we're going to loop back in time just a tad bit as a pair of gleaming eyes is seen um, and acknowledged, and as the rest of the party opts to go forward and investigate the tunnels ahead, ignoring the figure behind them, one of them chooses to stay behind and investigate what was watching them while they slept. That's what we'll go on to Terran before hopping back into these mines. So,
Yeah,
as oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to stealth and
That is a perfect. What a rogue thing to do. Rogues and your stealthing.
right.
What's next? You gonna tell me you want to sneak attack?
I mean, terrible, the worst.
Damn, you need a reliable talent.
You get that at, like what, level 11? Or set. Did you get that at 7? You get evasion
No,
at 7.
I'm gonna use a luck because fuck that noise.
I look
First roll
forward to
tonight,
another natural one.
a goddamn one. Better.
22.
22.
22. pretty solid roll as you find yourself pretty easily able to blend into the darkness of the cave around you. And now that you have started to hide yourself, what would you like to do initially?
I just want to follow and see where this pair of eyes is going. Probably keep like a 20-foot distance.
Okay. And as you're following behind him, as you see him, the figure, having momentarily locked eyes with Kalis, deciding he's not about that life, scurrying up the main tunnel of the cavern, you following behind him, you see him as he keeps glancing back, afraid of whatever figure could be following him, but paying no mind to yourself as you go by unnoticed. After a few minutes of this, he stops for a second to catch his breath. And you see him pull out a small, what's it called? A small clay-looking like object from his pocket. One you have become familiar with over the amount of time, as it appears to be a sending stone. As he puts it to his head, and he says, Mr. Montoya, I saw him. They don't seem to be. I don't think they're gonna pay you a visit though. So I think they're just going on ahead. They're not paying me much mind. And a few seconds go by as some sort of response is transmitted back to him. He gives a nod and he puts the rock away and, taking another second to look over his shoulder down the pathway to see no one else is following him, he begins walking his way back up the main tunnel towards the city.
What is it? A dwarf?
It is a dwarf. It is a
okay.
dwarf.
Do I recognize this dwarf at all? Of the ones that we had passed, maybe that might have caught my eye or something.
I'd say, actually, just give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Let's not do another one. Roll 20.
Get a 2.
11.
11. So, not able to observe him too much from the shadows, but it's not hard to tell his kind of attire and he doesn't have that same griminess a lot of the dwarves down here whose job is to man the caverns and mine out the various ores from these mines. He appears to be one of the city folk or somewhere from up above.
Okay. And you said he's going back up toward the main cavern?
Mm-hmm. As he's making his way back towards the city.
Okay. Was that the path that he was going down before? Like, does it dead end? Does it continue going? Or is it just like a little place that he kind of seemed to dart to send his message where he wouldn't be heard?
It's more like a small alcove around the main tunnel
Okay.
where he just took a second to catch his breath and send the message.
Okay. I'm gonna keep following him.
Okay. So, as he does that, him moving up the tunnels, what's it called? It's not too long, because did I keep notes of how long the main tunnel was? Anyways, for the sake of brevity, we're going to say that you follow him. I'm not going to do any of that bullshit. As eventually he does exit out the mines itself, and you see him kind of making his way back making his way back into the city, along where like the port side district is, where the various warehouses for the goods meant to be trading stores are held. As he's making his way, repeatedly looking over his shoulder as if he's still slightly paranoid, just not necessarily of you or of anything, but just a general sense of wariness of his surroundings. You see him stop outside of this, what looks to be a mostly worn down warehouse, in which he quietly looks around to see if he's caught anyone's attention. Then he goes towards like a side door, knocks in some sort of rhythm,
I want to
And
make note of that ribbon, not
okay,
rhythm. Yeah.
okay. And as the door opens, you see a small flash of some sort of badge, or you see a glimmering of something in his palm. And then the door slightly swings open enough to let him in, and he's pulled inside, and you lose sight of him.
Okay, I want to like make a kind of a. I don't have anything to write down, I guess, but I just want to make a mental note of where the warehouse is, like what he's wearing, and like his general, like any distinctive features that he might have, that so I could pick him out again, and like the rhythm of that he in which he knocked in the door, and then I want to head back to the main tavern.
Okay, and let's see. So, as you begin making your way back down the main tunnel, at this point, as you can see, Sparks. Well, here, let me drop. Does your token need to be dropped? I believe it does. There we go. Put it over there in that section. If I can ping. As you see Sparks kind of slowly backing away from this small, like, hinged blue rock, casting spells, kind of seeing what they do. And as he casts another one, you watch as he just fucking, as a torrent of flame just explodes around him.
Oh God.
So yeah. And that is where we catch up with the rest of the party.
Okay.
Kalish, Jungam, and Zelthar, what are you all doing at this moment?
We're just waiting for Sparks to finish testing stuff.
I mean, yeah, we were gonna take a long or a short rest after that. Probably be time if Terran maybe. I don't know. Catch up.
Our beloved party member may catch up.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that yet. Being stealthy and all. Rah.
Not being stealthy around you guys.
Oh, she would have come across a giant rat and a giant badger trying to dig their way through in a tunnel. I'd like to point out.
Yes, indeed she would have. I had forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me.
So yeah.
I assume it's from the bag.
No, they're just random animals that we
Crazy
found and
story.
tamed.
You know how it gets. You know how it gets in the caves. But yes, as the party is reconvening, and the corpse of the Hizru that you guys have recently slain, the essence of it kind of starts to dissipate as its soul goes back to the deepest parts of the abyss. You are all taking a short rest then?
Yeah, well, I
have no
I
need
kind
to
of
do
need
this.
one, guys. I tested its range, but fireball.
I'm gonna walk up and join them like, what in the world are you doing?
Hey, we found this rock. It's really shiny, but it kind of explodes
And
like
you
me.
You couldn't resist fucking with it, could you?
Well, I just wanted to test its range.
Did you try stealing it first and it didn't work, so now you need to test its range?
What do you mean stealing? It was in a wall.
Actually,
Just-
I stole it this time.
See, it's not always me.
That's surprising, actually.
Hey, you're the rogue. You're the one that usually steals things, so don't start.
Am I?
Mm,
I seem to remember a pillar situation that went very differently.
I seem to remember you being bad at stealing and me having to take the gun parts out of the ship.
I didn't care that much about the gun parts.
as this is going on, Kalis pulls Althar aside and says, like, so, you saw what happened. Do you think I'm enabling Sparks by constantly refilling his magic? Just worried.
How do I respond to that?
Just honestly.
I mean, his magic's gonna restore eventually, so I guess you could say you're quickening the process, if that's what you want to say. But I don't have an answer. I'm sorry.
Well,
I know a little bit away from him.
thanks. I appreciate your honesty. All the same, we'll figure something out.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Known each other for months, and you are socially interesting people.
I'll wander back to the group with the stone. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna go too.
I've worked out how it works. Let's just not cast magic within 30 feet of it, and we'll be fine.
I'm gonna go up and look at this rock that they're talking about.
No. It's a small rock that I've got in my hand.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
why do you have it in your hand? Put it back there.
I mean, it could come in useful.
What does it do, other than blow you up?
I mean, it doesn't just blow you up. It's just you know when we get into battle, shenanigans, and occasionally we get empowered by the forces of magic. It does this, but it's a much quicker way and more refined than my accidental accessing.
Didn't seem too provide when you blow yourself up with some fire just now.
I didn't kill myself.
This
That's
time.
a good start.
I mean, you haven't yet otherwise either.
Well, the last time that we decided to... The last time the fireball happened, I did knock myself out.
You see, that's just it. That there was a last time. It's probably...
This time,
Interesting.
if
There could be a next-
anything, this shows that I'm getting more control over it because I didn't do as much damage to myself.
Did you have more control over it though?
Yeah. Well, clearly, I'm not unconscious right now.
Are you sure that's not just luck?
Hey, I know the difference between luck and skill, lady.
I want to insight check him.
Go for it.
See if he really thinks that he had more control or if he's lying through his fucking teeth. 19, motherfucker. You have a high deception though, so I might not be able to.
What's your take on this? Do you need the sparks to believe he's okay? That's a deception roll.
That's what luck's for.
Something.
And...
Try up lying for his teeth.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a
Not
lack of
the same
fur,
thing.
but it's easy. He's easy to read right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna give him like a look.
You can see right through him.
Just be like,
Is anyone else attuned to the periaptive wound closure right now?
Attuned to the what? The where now?
I am.
But you got your own, right?
Yeah, my own. Oh, you have your own?
Yeah, I was just wondering if anyone was using the one that I was lending out. But if not, I'm gonna attune to it for the short rest, so I
What is it?
more help.
I think you have to be attuned to it before you can do that, right?
You can tune to something over the course of a short rest.
Yeah, I just assumed since you you roll hit die at the end of a short rest, technically. But yeah, it's up to you, actually.
Oh wait, yeah, you all just took a short rest, didn't you?
Yes.
We're gonna take another one apparently because someone had to blow themselves
I
up.
mean, during the short rest.
Might as well just took in a long rest
Sure,
and
that's
regain our
fine.
spell slots.
Well, no, I mean, a long rest is 8 hours. We slept we only got up from sleep about 3 hours ago. We don't need to take a long rest. We just need to take a breather. It's fine.
Current level is very high right now. Just throwing it out there.
Right. Anyway, I think we should perhaps get on. Woods.
Okay. So
Um,
how are we gonna do this?
Do you want me to stay at the back of the party with my shiny rock, or do you want me to go up ahead with my shiny rock?
Are you sure she should be carrying the shiny rock? That
It's
maybe
my
it-
precious.
I think someone else should carry that thing.
Think
Oh,
you
I'm
should
not
put
carrying
it-
that thing. No
I-
way.
Wait, no, only one that can actually who doesn't use magic slots is Kalis.
I haven't, not that anyone really has noticed. except
You
for-
have a
you
quill that
cast-
disappears, so clearly you
Well-
have some form of shenanigans, lady.
We definitely
I
still need to do
mean-
Eldritch Blast at least 3 times.
No one noticed me doing Eldritch Blast, though.
That's what you think.
I know she never hit anything with it.
I think
I'm
we'll
trying to
hit.
think.
I'm pretty sure we saw magic explode from you, just
I
not
mean,
hit
One time, like,
anything.
the forest was being busily put on fire.
Eh, Hey, we just at the moment, Sparks just thinks you explode the same as him. You have no control over what energy blasts from you at random occasions.
Okay.
So, you tested the effects of that up to 30 feet.
Yeah,
Well, then,
and I was at least 30 feet away when Jugun was holding it, and I cast counterspell on on the bridge before it went and did stuff to you. So it's probably 30 feet.
What did it do when you cast Counterspell?
Oh, the bridge was warded, and I helped Kalis from getting something happening to him. It was bad. I don't know what it was, but it was a spell on the bridge, and it was bad.
No. What did the stone do? Did it enhance it, or did it screw
No,
it
it
up?
did nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
if you want to carry that metal into battle, I think it'd be fair if you stood a distance of 30 feet away from all of us.
Yeah.
Just until we know more about what it does.
Well, we know what it does. What should we call the rock, though? Because I feel like just calling it the rock is perhaps a...
Seems like dangerous, maybe?
I would say Terran.
Metal eyeball color.
Give
Yeah.
me a history check if anyone would know it or have heard of it. Probably you. Actually, Sparks as well.
Ha ha! History.
Not me.
Yes, not you.
You don't know nothing, you don't.
13.
16.
Buddy.
16. So, while definitely not used in a long time, due to it not being necessary to Dwarven culture, this seems to be in an ore known as Runesteel.
Runesteel.
One that the simple version. In its refined form, it can be used to enhance magical properties of things. When not fully refined, it can be a bit volatile.
So yeah, if anything, we just need to take this back to the surface and get it refined, and it'll enhance, like you said, Taran.
We can
But just for
leave
the
it
minute, it's a bit.
for right now.
It's just a bit.
You know, to hold on to it while we're going deeper into the mines.
Well, I don't want. We might find
Unless you
another
think
way
we should
out,
go
and I
back
don't
up.
want to. What if we find another way out, Jugum? We don't
Just
want
go
to lose
back.
this. It's fine. I'll stay back.
Oh, this. I'll have one of my skeletons hold it, and it'll stay 30 feet away from us.
No,
That is not a
Mine.
bad idea, actually.
it's mine.
I think that you're a little bit too possessive of it. And we should wait until it's refined, like you said, so that we can know its use, because you have been working on your control, haven't you?
Well, clearly my control's good enough.
I think one of his skeletons should carry it. her skeleton should carry it.
Well, maybe if her skeletons are magical and the magicness of the skeleton goes near the object, it explodes just by touching. Ah.
Well, if that's the case, then why wouldn't
Well,
you
it
explode
to me.
just by touching it?
Because I'm not inherently magical. I don't need magic to keep me together.
Do
Do
need
you?
magic in order to protect yourself.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
offensively.
Kalos raises his hand. I'm inherently magical.
Have you touched it?
No.
Do you want to touch it?
No.
Let's try having one of the skeletons touch it. That way.
Hey, why did I just sit back here 30 feet? It's fine.
I don't think it's.
I'm pretty sure there aren't anything from what I recall from my, shall we say, adventures channeling the magic of the world. I don't particularly remember any of my outbursts being the range of more than 30 feet. So as long as I'm 30 feet away, everything will be fine.
You know what? I think I agree. You can hold on to it.
Yes, one vote for me.
Unless it backfires on you like it just did now.
Keep in mind that you're probably going to start exploding twice now.
I see no downside to it.
All of its downside.
Why
How about
such
if you put it-
concern for my safety all of a sudden?
Because you're part of this group. How about we work on exploding no times, not more time?
I would say you smelled like burnt fur, but all your fur fell off, or you got burnt, so you just sort of
Why
like
did
a
you
bird.
have to bring that up again?
Furless, naked thing.
I'm taking this rock and I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Why are you so attached to this rock? You didn't have it before and everything was fine. Why all the
Somebody took my other rock.
No. Your egg.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Jungum, did you intend to go searching down this the southeast tunnel or the northeast? I noticed you moved yourself.
Yeah, I want to move away from Sparks. I was hoping I could see in that direction. I see, like,
Oh.
it looks like there's more stuff cut off. Like,
Yes.
There
I
you go. I
like
got my
3 paths or just 2 paths?
That's what you
Is it
see.
3 paths or 2 paths?
There's
Well,
3.
there's probably a direction there, and a direction there.
I was wondering.
Actually,
Okay, there's 3.
Probably would have been able to see most of the way into this one.
I'm mostly 30 feet away from the group.
All
You'll be
right.
happy to know.
Noted.
Okay, I want to take the middle tunnel. So I'm gonna start walking down
Okay.
this way. So my team party is okay with this. And me going first. I know how
Sure.
dangerous it is.
I mean, I can come with you if you like.
You stay 30 feet away from me, please, sir. Thank you.
It's like a restraining order.
Oh, it took me a second to catch up with that.
Alrighty.
Are we all going to go down the same corridor, or do we want to investigate?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not gonna advance any further until we figure that out.
I'm not necessarily opposed to splitting up, but
I mean, I like all of you well enough. I think we're probably gonna
I'm sorry.
get around to all of these caverns eventually, right?
so you want to stick together?
probably for the best.
Okay. I'm gonna follow Jigen and her horde of skeletons then.
Alrighty. So you guys start going forth into that tunnel. That's what you. Oh shit. Hey.
Oh,
Well, it splits again? Oh god. Let's go back.
So many splats.
I wanna stealth.
Okay.
It splits again, guys. I think we should explore these other rooms first.
21.
Alright.
Oh wait, I have advantage. Never mind. Hold on. 28.
Pretty effective stealth. Have to say.
I would also like to stealth in case anything comes up the tunnel behind us.
Also a fair thing to do. From 30 feet away.
Yeah. Go left.
Maybe we could go north and see if that loops around.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So,
So up the north tunnel is the direction you all choose. Alright.
This north or that north?
Give me 1 second.
Guys, there's two
I
norths.
mean, in the North Fork.
No, down the tunnel that Jigen went down.
That's
and
what I
then-
was referring to.
Yeah. Yeah, to see if it loops around back to this one, I would imagine, or this one.
Probably not. I mean, it doesn't look like from what we can see into the cavern, which is here. It looks like it ends.
Alright.
Maybe it might loop around.
So coming up to this end, as you will start, well, you didn't have to walk far enough, but you can see at a certain point, maybe about 25 feet ahead of you all, the natural stonework of the cavern starts to change to this, what's it called? To what looks to be like this actual, like, man-made, crafted doorway filling the entirety of the passage. On it is... Bum bum bum.
ooh, this is a fat image. Ooh, this is a fat image.
A fat image, more like a decently sized image. Actually, I wasn't even going to send an image, but I can now. I guess I'll just scrap it. I guess if images aren't, I guess if words aren't good enough for you all, then I guess we'll have to do something with images. But
No, I don't have no imagination. I'm sorry.
But on the doorway of this, can I just paste this image here? Am I dumb?
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then maybe it's not a fat image, but a fat paragraph.
1,000 words is more than a
Drop
paragraph.
that in Discord for now. But you
That's
see,
why it's a fat paragraph.
It's a fat page.
but you see the visage of this horned and feathered, almost bat/bird-like creature, kind of arms spread out, looking down over the entrance of the doorway.
Ew, it looks so cute.
Wait, is it a gargoyle or is it like a real thing?
It doesn't appear to be like. Go, give me a percept. Is that an investigation check? Sure.
Investigation? I too am curious.
I wonder when I get one.
Oh.
Investigation.
Guys, what do you see?
I don't know.
Jesus.
It appears to be a non-moving. It just looks to be a part of the decoration of the doorway, just hanging above as this imposing figure.
As
Well,
I'm
that's
looking at it,
fucking
my passive
terrifying.
17 investigation, or sorry, I have not investigation, it's only 13. Never mind,
Okay.
take that back. Ignore me. I don't really care. I think it looks cute, so I'm gonna walk up and try to touch it.
So you touch the door.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I'm not opening the door. I'm just touching the bird/bat looking thing.
Uh-huh.
The epitome of death.
So, as you place, were you petting him? Are you? What?
I just want to touch it. Like, putting my finger on it.
Poke.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
poking it.
So as you set your finger upon it, you feel this sort of burning sensation around your legs as this column of flame looks to be suddenly surrounding you. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw against Hellish Rebuke.
Oh.
Just me.
Yes, because it is a single targeted spell.
It's a tiefling. Totally.
Yes, the door is a
Nothing
tiefling.
else.
That's the
Yeah.
trick.
Ooh.
Oh
God,
no.
that's 3 ones.
Wow, tonight already.
I've had 2/3 of them. Ooh.
Fun.
But surprisingly, none of the
Oh,
fire
no.
damage.
Wow. Okay, that is 28 points of fire damage.
So, shall we take a long rest?
As you find yourself just slightly touching it, this column of flame explodes around you. As you see this flash of light coming from this horde of skeletons in the hallway. And in the back of your head, as you find yourself burning, you hear a voice. Oh yeah, I already said the back of your head part. So you hear a voice saying, "Begone, the unworthy."
I'm not worthy. And I'm gonna slowly just walk away.
Would I recognize this spell?
The spell itself,
Yeah.
it's a fairly common level spell. It is Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
It appeared to be stronger than the generic Hellish Rebuke, but that's what it seemed to be.
So it's prescription hellish.
It's medication level.
You gotta know a guy to get that hellish.
Huh.
Alright. Oh, good
Did-
damage there.
Did the thing move, or did it just do the Hellish Rebuke?
The statue itself above the door did not move. You saw sort of this. I'd say barely through the fire, you could see this sort of like gleaming coming from its eyes as the spell was actually cast. But other than that, the statue lay dormant.
Okay. I actually want to go ahead and really carefully look for traps around without touching the thing, just to see like if I can see any traps, or any like writing anywhere.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Sure.
Yuck. 13.
It's the DC. So on the door itself, you don't see, or you don't directly see any more of these traps or whatever, or any sort of physical traps
Mhm.
similar to, well, actually I have many physical traps, but you don't see any of those. However, as you're observing the door, you notice there is no actual split where the door would open up. However, in the center of it, along the lower portion, is what appears to be a small indent into the wall, roughly about maybe a little bit width-wise, a little bit bigger than a fist.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, the indent, the indent itself is shaped similar to that of a flame, not the bronze flame. Just to clarify, but yes, it is this flame-shaped insignia pressed into it.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm in front here then.
So,
Probably
what
some
if we went a different way right now? They didn't have a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm down for that idea.
There's probably some sort of key to insert into that indentation.
Oh, actually, do I have, no, we took a short rest, so, yeah, I'll spend another use to detect magic to see what's going on with this door.
The door itself, what would that be? So from around the area of the statue and kind of like this thin aura, you get a sense of the evocation magic, as well as the door itself being, I don't know if detect magic. We'll just say it does for the sake of this, because I don't want to show the game and look it up. But it seems like this actual stone, like this part of stonework was formed by magic, not hand carved or anything like that. As you get bits of will be transmutation.
Okay.
Around from the door itself and from the small area around where the stonework does not look natural.
And I say all the things I should have said to the party.
Well, let's keep a note of this and maybe come back to it if we find anything that solves more of this mystery.
Okay.
Of course.
So you guys want to go down this other tunnel, or you want to go back to one of these other tunnels?
I'd say let's just go back to the I guess it would be southeastern side or the right fork. Yeah.
All right.
Can you just
Okay.
ping it?
I apologize. I had a stroke. Which side was it?
This one here.
Alrighty. So as you were all making your way towards that section, Jung, mostly out of like in kind of the back of your mind as you're walking away, or as the rest of the group is walking away, you hear what sounds to be this. It doesn't sound natural, but this like clinking sound followed by the sound of like this a large thud, almost as if like something like a large rock hitting the ground or whatever, some force being applied.
In the back of my head?
Yeah, or not from the back of your head. I'm sorry, from behind the door. I don't know why I said the back of your head.
Okay.
But just
noted.
barely distinguishable. So, I'm going to reveal this next area as soon as I remember which tool it is to do so.
I want to scout ahead this time, looking for traps and stuff.
All right.
Do my rogue thing. Okay.
Once again, making your way through these caverns, you don't see any sort of magical sigils or any sort of traps used to defend this area. But as you do make your way through the tunnels, coming up on this first intersection, it seems this area. Oh shit! Oh god, I fucked that all up. Okay, well, try that again.
Classy.
It seems to be like barricaded off, as kind of filling as much of the rock as you can. You see these various in this section down here. You see these various tables, small chests, and whatever basically could be used to blockade this small section, kind of pushed in right there.
Can I go up to this makeshift barricade and see if there's any like holes where I can see through to see what it's trying to block against?
Okay, so as you walk up to it, checking it out, looking for any gaps, you can very tell this was hurriedly made. Didn't seem like there's no dwarf master craftsmanship involved in this, but kind of peering through it, you see the first thing you notice is the light, source of light coming from the back of the cave, as it appears as more another section of this kind of lava swell in the area, as well as you see several dwarves huddled around with weapons. All looking, they don't look necessarily intimidating though, more fearful. And standing kind of near them to the side, occasionally glancing back towards the barricade, you see this large gorilla-like beast. What is the... Here, let me give you some...
They're on the other side of the barricade?
Indeed. You just peering through it.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll say like that. You see the door's over there. Come on, work with me here. Alright, fuck you, game. As well as... I know I made a token for him, or we should have one. And you see...
Six dwarves and one guy?
Yeah, that is what you see from that angle.
Okay.
As you see it occasionally snarling at them as they are kind of standing there, what's it called? Cowering with their weapons ready. Not attacking it, but they seem to be under some sort of command.
Does it seem like they'd be like under command of the beast itself?
Yes. As in the beast seems to be the one in charge of the situation.
Oh. Huh. I'm gonna delve my way back and report this to the rest of the group as they gather.
28 again.
There's some weird shit in the other side of that barricade there.
There's no natural born creature of the branch that can do that.
I mean, we're pretty far from a forest, Kayla, so...
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust whatever that is.
It could be natural born in the caves.
I like to peek around the corner and go, "What do you say?"
Bunch of shit.
Oh my god.
A gorilla thing commanding some dwarves behind a barricade. I don't know if we want to poke that bear or not.
Gorillas.
It's a bear, you say?
No, it's a gorilla. It was a turn of phrase. Never mind.
Gorillas have hands like with the mortal races. So they can navigate trees. There are no trees down here.
That's what it looked like. Maybe it uses it to throw rocks around. I don't know. That's what it looked like to me.
Maybe there are rock trees. Tree rocks.
You can climb rocks with hands, too.
I haven't seen any rock trees.
Hey, you're the talky one, Taryn. Do you want to go out and see if they want to talk?
I don't get the impression that they want to talk much.
Why?
Did it look like the barricade was made like the legs of the tables and stuff like that? Were they facing toward the group or toward the tunnel which I came in? Like you said, there's like tables and stuff like that are stacked up in like a makeshift barricade. Which way are they?
So the barricade part would be facing... Their peers are trying to keep something out, not keep something in. If that's what you're asking.
Keep something out of
the room. There's only one way in.
Okay.
To the room. Do you want me to go speak to them?
I don't... No, do we all think it's a good idea to go and speak to these things?
Don't think all of us should go. I think perhaps one of us should go.
I'm asking if you think it's a good idea.
Oh, we don't want to kill them if they don't need, if they've done nothing wrong.
Or we could just ignore them.
They seem to be at peace for now. Maybe we could look down to the end of this passage.
I mean,
But
also we don't
maybe.
want to advance up the tunnel in case these guys are bad guys, and we don't want to be trapped in the room ahead.
Well, but I'm pretty sure we'll hear them come through the barricade they've put up.
I'll talk to them. Gathering courage and walking to the front of the group.
Oh no, I think maybe... Oh no.
Well, I'll be right behind you, bud.
I can't stop you.
I don't know that any of us can.
What if you just say shout round the corner at them? They probably can hear us already. We're not exactly being quiet.
I was quiet.
I was being quiet.
I am
I
not
mean-
being quiet.
Jugun is always loud, and she has 7 skeletons. Is it 7 now?
It's 7. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're not exactly quiet.
Oh,
Excuse me. Excuse me, people in the cage.
Cage?
Cave.
What did you say?
no cave. They're behind a barricade in a cave.
Cave. Okay.
Okay.
We literally the worst diplomat in.
I'm gonna duck behind Kalis.
So as you go shouting through the barricade,
Les Mis song in there somewhere.
you hear what sounds like the beginning of a yell outwards, which is quickly stifled.
What kind of yell did it sound like? Did it sound like a startled yell, or like a cry for help yell, or an angry?
We're in here. We're it, and then
Ooh.
the sound of what's it called? No more. The sound of it not being a sound. That's the word.
Did it just cut
We
off?
didn't hear any like stabbing noise.
Yeah.
From that distance, definitely not, or anything like that.
I don't think he was in there, Terry. You might have been confused.
I think we might need to get those dwarves out.
We want to go in? Alright. Can I just ram into it with my skeletons?
Where?
I'll do it at the same time to help that
Yeah.
out.
I will also shout in the corner. We're here to help. You know,
Alrighty.
we're here. Some people have got lost down here.
Oh fuck! I lost connection with Roll20, sir. God damn it.
Like, I think I'm gonna why don't we do I can try and just smash into the furniture with Gnarl Heart, and then maybe you can use the mass of the skeletons to push the rubble into the room.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Alright.
Just
so
don't cast any magic.
I'd say Kalis then give me a strength check with advantage, given by the skeletons.
I presume I did. I got no reply from my chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not hear you.
That was the whole. We're here to help.
That room is filled with silence.
Hmm.
Alternatively, yell if you want us to go away.
I also kind of want to position myself maybe to shit. There's a bunch of skeletons in there now, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes.
You Skelly?
Can I weave my way up to the front to try and get a first strike on this thing that I saw?
Don't think that you're going to be able to get past that many skeletons and Kalis.
I'll let you get past them.
I'm lithe and roguey.
Make way for.
Chunky and thick.
His
No.
army is really apparent in this cave.
Mm-hmm.
So many dudes.
Alrighty. So, where's where are you trying to reposition yourself to in all this?
Somewhere nearest the front to try and get a first shot at that gorilla-like looking thing that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I can maybe fucking use.
You have a ranged weapon. You can snack.
I'm not tall.
I mean,
can't
he's not going to be surprised by you at this
No,
point
it's okay.
for
They
your
have-
assassination
They
thing.
have ribs. You can see through and shoot the ribs like an action movie.
I can go through the ribs.
Like that.
What you're saying is they're not.
The
they don't
only
right
time
cover
you're
it.
gonna get a surprise assassination is when they don't know we're here, and two of us shouted, and at least four of us pushed over a barricade.
Well,
Just be Legolas in the Hobbit and just like step on all the dwarves' heads as they're floating along.
So,
It's like stones in a river.
It's fine, I'll just cast magic. Surrounded as I am.
oh no. So with that, as you go slamming down onto the barricade with much force you can with gnarled hearts, and you see the first table immediately shatters. That's enough to kind of break through this shoddily made barricade as this swarm of undead starts pouring into the room. Alrighty.
actually,
I
on
see
that,
something right here. There's a
go-
single slit of it's a dwarf nose.
So you see, so as the skeletons begin filling the room, and you all following, following behind. Apologies, I'm fucking. My brain is made of mashed potatoes, but
potato.
like not even like the good seasoned like potatoes, like instant potatoes.
I mean, this can be okay.
So you see on the ground in front of you, one of the dwarves is unconscious, and as you're looking at him, it appears that at some part his neck was just abruptly just shunted to the side as the figure is no longer moving, and you see, don't move, nigga.
Don't.
Okay. Oh shit! I can't see that on stream.
Does the dead dwarf? He's
One second, let me. And you see the rest of them kind of cowered up in a group, looking around, and you hear one of the dwarves just go, "They fucking disappeared. Where'd they fucking go?" And
Where did what go?
Oh no.
We're
And-
about to fight invisible monsters.
and I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, you know.
This is not surprised because you guys definitely knew this was happening.
Yeah.
Would it be
as-
possible for me to insight check when he says it disappeared and like?
Go for it, sure.
I am super impressed that you threw invisible monsters at us.
Really?
I like invisible
Just a
monsters. I
14.
haven't fought an invisible monster in a campaign yet, or in a D&D session.
He seemed genuinely fearful.
Okay.
We kind of had that invisible one with the darkness, the shadow drake. That was effectively invisible.
I hit it with a
Oh.
fireball randomly, and it never. I never not saw it again. I didn't click my token, but I got a 24.
I don't
Oh.
think you remember that fight. We have to look around for that guy like every round.
What? No, it screamed at me. I ran away into a separate tunnel.
Fucking bitch.
It hit me, walked away, and I hit it with a fireball. That's how that fight went.
Yeah, I didn't
For
think about
first
it
box.
having a vulnerability to fire damage.
I'm sorry, I can never remember how to do this.
Yeah, click on your token, and then you press initiative.
I don't see that. I'm clicking on it, and I don't see initiative.
Yeah, on your actual token in game, you know
Yeah.
the Terran token. You click on it, and then you go to your character sheet and press initiative.
Character sheet.
Yes.
I thought that you could do it with the token itself.
No.
You get a microstep though.
Why can I? Oh, I'm on the GM layer. That's why I can't select your token.
Oh
I hate
no.
that. I hate
If
getting
not, you
stuck
have to
in-
get the GM to do it.
That's fine.
It's okay.
The GM layer is like being stuck on the other side.
11. Oh, there we go.
I can't contact the living.
Alrighty. So as he shouts this out, unaware of the actual direction of which sparks, you're the first person to kind of get your wits about you as You feel the sense of unease in the cavern, as there is definitely some threat around here. You're just uncertain as to where it's coming from.
Do all the dwarves appear to be glancing in a particular direction in which the last was seen the creature? That was a really bad way to phrase that.
Oh, no, I understand what you're saying. They all appear to be looking in the direction your group currently came from, as that was the most glaring threat as far as they've seen.
Oh shit! I didn't think about this. I remember from last time that this is gonna happen, but I know Sparks wouldn't, which is the problem. The runes fang steel. I know this out of character activates if you use a magic item near it, doesn't it? Because we tried to put it in the bag of holding and there was a wild magic surge.
If putting it in the bag of holding caused a reaction, yes. However, that's the only test you've done with it so far.
Cool. Right, well, fuck it. I guess we'll just have to work out. Are the dwarves all looking in a particular direction?
Yes, towards you all.
Oh, those fuckers. Well, I better fireball myself then.
Which dwarf has his head turned around?
Oh, that would be... Oh, I'm sorry, I should have moved this guy back. It's this one right here. Is there a neck snapping motion? There's a skull and crossbones.
Yeah, so super dead. The skeletons aren't encountering anything yet. Hmm.
How tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling... they get around 30 feet high at their heights, and in the middle of the room there is this large thing. Pillar. Yes, thank you. Sorry.
I will
What is
use my boots of the fly, and I shall fly like a bird. Sort of over here-ish, and also up.
Mm-hmm.
And spells. Right, where did we last see the monkey?
Where the skeletons are, around right there.
Okay, in that case, for the shizen, I don't know, I guess I'll Cloud of Daggers, sort of here-ish, the 5-foot gap. Okay. See if I hit anything with it.
Alright, so as, what's it called? As your magic, comes out and this swarm of daggers goes enveloping the area, you see them flooding around, but you don't see anything, reacting to it.
Okay, well, I believed. I guess I'll just move it around to see if stuff happens.
Can you move that spell?
Yeah, you can, well, fucking think you can.
I think can you do it on the turn after you cast it, or you can do it on the same turn?
Nope, you can't. Never mind. Oh well. At least we know nothing's over there.
Alright.
I remember there was one dumb, like, arcane spell that you couldn't move.
Whirlwind.
Roll a D100. Oh, there you go.
Apparently I rolled 2 instead of 1. Oh well.
Alright, so let's see what happens. A 49?
Oh, well,
you can't
it was
speak
nice
for
to
the
cast
next
magic.
Can't what?
You cannot speak for the next minute. So that means any spell requiring a verbal component is now not very usable. But
bye-bye, friends.
But pink bubbles come out his mouth now.
Oh.
So it's not that bad. It's a pretty good trade-off. Alrighty.
Some say that was a bad thing.
Not you though, because you can't say anything.
Fuck you, Darren.
Oh my god, nice.
It's
wow.
the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So Kalis, as you see Sparks make his way. Wait, you casted fly, right? Or no,
his
you.
boots.
Oh, his boots. Okay, I was wondering. I
My
was about to
boots
say,
were
wait a minute.
already activated
I
from
was
the
like,
last
wait,
session.
That's concentration. That's concentration. Wait a minute here. But we're
It's
good.
not fly, the boots are fly.
Alrighty. So, Kalis, as you see, Sparks beginning to systematically kind of clear out the possible areas in which the enemies could exist. What would you like to do?
Oh, what would I like to do? Problem is, I don't have anything that does. Wait, no, I have detect magic. I have detect so I want to like use my 30-foot aura to see if I detect an invisible magic spell thing.
Could be a natural ability, that's the problem.
That's metagaming. I don't know, man.
Oh, no, I know. I mean, it's still up for you because it's a 10-minute thing, isn't it?
So, yes, it is 10 minutes. Luckily, as you're using your aura, searching the area around you, to your southeast, you get the hinting of illusion magic.
Ooh,
And that's in that area over there.
So it's like before this line here.
Couldn't write a better story.
in which direction? Over here.
Blue cat.
Southwest. I'm sorry, where I drew that red circle.
There's no red circle.
Oh, did I draw that on the DM layer too? I bet I did. Indeed.
What a damn layer! I never heard this thing before.
Oh, right.
All right.
Hey.
Right.
Great.
here.
So I'll say I think it's over here. Is it on the ground?
That is on the ground, yes. And then, no, actually, no, you wouldn't see that. That'd be outside of your aura, because the 30-foot radius will not go up high enough.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Alrighty.
I
Cool,
thought highness
cool,
was
cool.
safety. Fuck you.
Well, all the same, I'm gonna rage and attack this thing.
Okay. It isn't. You can sense it, but it is still invisible, so the attacks will be a disadvantage.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I can rage, and we'll see what happens if it comes of that. Rage. Ha! Each creature within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom saving throw, or I can view into its mind,
nice.
and it has disadvantage on attacks against me until the start of next turn.
Nice.
So it's this save.
And it's wisdom.
That's everything. That's including us as well.
That does say creatures.
I mean, anyone who's attempting to attack me, for simplicity's sake.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
gotta roll wisdom save.
from the area,
My fair weather friends.
you get the sense of extreme hostility as you see a glimpse of the creature's thoughts, learning how it plans to attack you. This kind of almost visceral image in your head of this creature imagining itself just ripping you limb from limb, with then biting down with this giant jaws as you see this. Well, I guess you could. It imagines itself. It's definitely that kind of dude. As it's this large orangish and blue gorilla-like creature, aka a Barlgura, excuse me. So yes, he has disadvantage on attacks against you until the start of his next turn.
Okay, but I am going to reckless attack that
Right,
square there with no hurt.
so it'd be a straight roll.
Reckless attack.
Damn,
Rawr.
that hits.
Wow, that's a roll.
And I'll attack the same space again. 16.
That does not hit.
Oof.
So,
So that's...
question.
What's
Just
up?
if Kalos hits it with this and it starts bleeding, is the blood also invisible, or do we see blood gushing from?
Well, the thing about anything your target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on its person. So, like, you see probably, like, blood spray, but it wouldn't be, like, if blood was, like, on the creature, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
So it's probably leaking down and then forming a puddle somewhere.
So
Yeah,
me
well,
throwing
eventually,
paint at it wouldn't work.
hopefully.
Anybody have a bag of flour? Just throw the flour on it.
I mean, I'll tell you
I
guys.
wish I had fairy fire. That would be amazing.
I'll tell you guys where I sensed it.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
as you... wait, where did you move to? Or... Wait.
I moved that sort of towards the dwarves, away from the creature. Out of 10-foot range.
Okay.
For both me and the creature if it has it.
Alrighty. So, as you do that, what's it called? Bringing Gnarlheart down upon this creature, you hear this sort of grunting sound come from it, and I accidentally opened my settings instead of fucking clicking on the dice somehow. But the creature, let's see, remains invisible. But you guys do all, those of you within line of sight, see this kind of spurt of blood coming from the creature as it is attacked by Gnarlheart.
Would I be within line of sight around this little do-jabby thingy here?
Jabby.
Just barely, but yeah.
Okay.
Jabby do.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's the technical term for it.
Okay, listen, as you find yourselves moving closer towards a larger mass of doors, you see one of them kind of looking at you, looking around. You see him raise his weapon more in defense of himself than an attempt to attack you, but just kind of trying to hold you back. As he's like, I'm fucking with you either, stay out. As it's this what's the word? Pickaxe. As he's holding it up to defend himself.
I'm trying to protect you. Just
But
stay behind me.
from the very edge of your range, up atop, coming from the pillar,
The pillar.
you sense you're just barely in range to sense another bit of illusion magic from up there.
They did say they disappeared.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to say in chat that my detect magic would end because I raged and I can't concentrate on spells. Sorry if that spoiled something.
So never mind then.
So we just know that there's impending doom. Sweet.
I mean, I don't know if I would sense that he would, like, if he would, like, do the wisdom save and I would see him up there, or I don't know how that works. Anyway, never mind.
Does it still work? Is it whenever the creature comes within 30 feet of you, or is I figured?
Oh no, it's just an instant when you rage.
Okay, so he was not in range for that then.
Ah.
Alrighty. So if that is all for Kalis, we'll move over to Taryn in the initiative order. As you see what looks to be the positioning of one of the creatures, as Kalis is moving forward throughout the cave.
I want to use my action to activate my Boots of Haste,
Alrighty.
and then use my bonus to shoot where I saw the little bit of blood and like heard the grunting noises Kayla said. I want to shoot my pistol
Okay.
at that.
That'd be an attack roll at disadvantage on.
Let's...
Oh wait, the creature hasn't taken a turn yet, so it's a straight roll because you get advantage from creatures haven't taken a turn.
That's very true. Yeah, with the assassinate.
Nice.
11.
Nice.
11 does
Not
not
very nice.
do it. As you see the bullet kind of ricochet into the back of the cave. Alrighty.
Sad times.
Haven't hit anything yet with this pistol.
Why didn't Zelther go before us?
Why did? Okay, he should have. I don't know.
Because
why
his
he
12
mentioned-
isn't quite as good as your 11.
So
Yeah.
Zelthar, it's your turn now. I
Oh, cool.
apologize. I don't know why. I thought I sorted that, but I guess not. So yes, what would you like to do? As you know, there's something going on behind that wall, but you're not quite too sure yet.
All right. I'm gonna move around right here and try to understand what's going. Hopefully, I don't know.
You
And
cut,
then, what was?
I said you cut out trying to understand what's going on, and then you cut out until you said
He
hopefully.
just said. That's all he said.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I paused. I'm weird. And I'm just gonna hold my action to attack until something appears. Something
Alright.
hostile.
So your action is held, and is that all for you then?
Yeah, that's it.
Or you
Alright.
see your teammate get punched by a floating piece of air. Toads? Right?
Alright. Oh god, this is so difficult. You swear there's something over here, right?
Where the red square is.
Yeah, alright. Well, I guess it'll be a volley. Well, these three are gonna have to move up to be in attack range.
Somewhere here.
Oh, there's nothing over. Well, it doesn't matter.
No,
it's
there's
just
something here, and there's something here-ish. But it's
We don't know
high
the
up
light.
from what?
I'm gonna have all my skeleton
What was
attack this
said.
one spot.
Alrighty, so that would be. Oh, fuck, where? I need to. I don't know where I have those. Resend it to me because even though I save the rules every time, they fucking disappear.
It's in my thing, by the way.
What is your
Pretty
thing?
sure.
That's very ambiguous.
Alright, I'll just whip it out.
Please don't.
Just for
Character
you.
sheet, I presume?
Just for you, Elijah.
Not on stream. We have to wait till afterwards. Don't want to get
Okay,
banned.
we do whatever we want to.
I just don't want anyone to get jealous.
I think we'll be okay.
Oh,
You scaling?
alrighty. So the roll. What's your intelligence attack bonus? Is +4, I believe.
It's 4, yes.
So you would need 6 to 12 to hit. No, you need a 13 to 14 to hit. And then, because this is a disadvantage, it's -5. So you'd need a 18 or a 19 to hit.
No, that's
That disadvantage adds +5 or -5 to rolls like these one, because that's what disadvantage
yeah,
is
no,
on
that's fine.
average.
That's fine. So
So one would hit?
I need one would hit. Right. Better than nothing. 1d8 plus 2. So that's 7 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna do killing wounds on myself. Because I'm not looking too good.
Alrighty.
That fat 7.
And 7 points of healing to yourself. Alright.
Pretty low.
So, with that, as you send this volley of arrows, you see one of them stick in to the shoulder of this creature, as you see it briefly draw blood, and then the arrow kind of disappears as it becomes part of its form and the spell. That moves on to the next turn. So, I know it really seems like I'm doing this on purpose at this point.
Yeah.
I'm being honest when it's just somehow you manage to get into these scenarios, which I find fucking hilarious because neither of us intend this to happen.
I too look forward to making another character, which you can ruthlessly murder and
I-
focus. every fight.
It's the dice,
fine.
man. It's.
I already can't cast spells. What am I gonna do?
Oh, low key do that to yourself.
Does
So-
shield have a verbal component?
I don't have any spells that don't have a verbal component, and I don't have any fucking
Wow.
what? How many spells do you know that don't have verbal components?
I mean,
Yeah, it's like particular ones, isn't it?
And the only way that I could do it without a verbal component is with sorcery points, which I have none of.
My
Even
wrist
spell
pocket
slots.
is a verbal component.
I plan to
Okay.
exchange some, but
Do you
I have
have
to do it on my
weapons
turn.
you use?
Wow. I too have no spells that don't have a verbal
I have
component.
one. My wrist pocket doesn't have a verbal.
Oh yeah, that's useful in combat, isn't it?
Alrighty. So, this is going to be, first things first, a grapple check. As you find yourself floating in the air above
Oh,
the
no.
massive allies, you see from a bit of the pillar before you, a few rocks kind of break off and fall towards the area, and mid-air becoming visible because it becomes visible when it attacks. You see this hulking orange beast. Let me move him off the GM layer.
I made a terrible mistake.
As it was kind of
Wait.
half hanging, one armed off the pillar, because they have a very good climb speed.
Is he within 10 feet of me when he went down from the ceiling?
He is 30 feet up in the air, up along this pillar.
He's still hanging from the ceiling right now.
Yes, and he is
just like
leaping towards
Sparks is.
Sparks.
Huh.
Fuck, bro.
It's fine. I can use acrobatics to get out of a grapple. Just need you to roll decently low, friend. Friend, plus.
Oh, yeah. Now. Oh, Jesus.
no.
Right, so have you heard of luck? So I'm going to ask you to re-roll that, please.
Can you re-roll? Can you make me re-roll attack rolls,
Yeah.
or is it checks? Or-
Fucking, I believe it's, fucking, I'll tell you what.
I believe it's attack rolls against you.
I'll fucking bring up the ting.
I mean, isn't it an attack though? Because it's part of the attack action. It's not an attack.
Yeah, it says you can
roll,
spend
but-
one luck point when an attack roll is made against you.
Contested things are weird in 5e rolls.
You can, We'll say, for the sake of you not being able to cast spells, and we'll call it in a way pity. Yes. If you would like to use.
I like pity. Some say I'm a fan of it.
True. It's good strategy.
If you would like to use your luck point for it, yes,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
you may.
Sure.
So it is still a contested roll.
Fucking,
For
like,
our
could you roll
listeners-
lower, please? Holy
That
fuck.
was a 20 and a 17.
Oh no, I make sure the dice are on
Oh.
screen. They get to experience this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, it was
Oh,
I
wow.
failed.
Barely, though. That was, if it was an advantage, that would have been great.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Use it Tides of Chaos. I got one of them. I'll take the second roll.
You can't do it after you know the result.
Can I not?
No, there's none that lets you do that except Portent.
Nope. Never mind. I tried. I tried everything. I'm dead. Bye bye.
We'll save you, don't worry.
So
Yeah,
as
save you.
so, can anyone even see this? I'd
I
say
can see
Zelthar.
Sparks.
Zelthar, you get your attack roll attacks by the way, because you had a ready
Cool.
action.
Hee hee.
As you see this creature appear, leaping towards Sparks' form midair. 23 hits.
Nice. Even more trusty longbow.
Oh, just wait for the +3 name.
Oh my god. I love
Alright, I
it.
guess I can't give you an artifact now if that's the trustiest longbow.
Oh no.
don't count.
No.
artifacts scare me. We won't do that
It
anytime
is
soon.
the ancient elven
So that's your first
longbow.
attack, so
Oh, that's right. I forget.
you have 2 attacks
Two.
as part of your attack action.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be real nice to be able to roll like Zelfa.
I know,
You should
right?
try it, honestly. It'd probably be doing you a lot better.
I'm
Oh,
glad you
really?
know my character better than I know my
It
character.
helps that he has a plus 11 to all these, though, I gotta say.
Yeah.
So,
In giving you this bow of our people, we too bestow our trust in.
I feel like Neff's rolls and my rolls keep balance in the universe.
maybe that's where the Mojon appears to check on you guys. So, as you send these 2 arrows shooting into the back of the creature, it's enough to make it flinch slightly, but not enough as this one meaty paw goes kind of hitting Sparks in the chest with his neck in between 2 of its fingers. The fly spell cannot hold both of you up. Is that correct? How does that work? Will you begin... How
I
much...
don't know. Fly.
I doubt
fly
there's
me.
rules for it on that spell.
No, I mean there is. There is a maximum amount that you can carry with fly.
Someone
I do believe.
sawing something in the background somewhere.
I hope
Ah.
not.
No. It just says you took the fly is you target gains a flying speed of 60 feet when the spell ends. Target the law is still off unless it can. There's nothing about. So he grabs hold of me and we continue to fly.
Okay. How much weight can Sparks carry? Because I think that's
Oh my
probably a better way to
God.
look at it.
Shall we go between 0 and not a lot?
Okay. I feel like it's within reason to say you'd probably be sinking a little bit, at least. What are you?
Okay.
35 feet up?
Yeah.
You're going through, so we'll say half that. I'll meet you at 20.
Okay.
As you begin falling, as this creature has its one hand wrapped around you, as with the other, it is kind of just pounding into you. So it is going to make its attack rolls.
Attack rolls.
Yes, he has 3 attacks, and he used the first one to grapple. Because grapple
Okay, so
is
only
an
2
attack.
more is what you're saying.
Yes, and he's going to make them reckless.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Hey, I know that spell.
Fuck you. Oh, I missed with one.
All right, and now for the bite.
I gotta live. He can't do all my health in one. Oh, that hits.
Wow.
Do you wanna? Oh no, you did rolls.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So that is
Oh,
From the first attack, right?
10 damage.
from the bite. That is 10 points of piercing damage. As you're able to evade the blows of this creature, as you guys are kind of wobbling back and forth in the air, you feel this burning sensation as a large mouth of this creature, the jaws, clamp down upon your shoulder as you feel this crunching sound from something that was not supposed to be bitten. That is his turn.
Okay.
It is now it is our other friend's turn because they both rolled dog shit for initiative. Where's he going?
That is a good question. Where is he going? Tell us.
Please.
Give us an idea of the direction.
Let's see. Yeah, this seems pretty fucking cool. We're gonna do that. So he has a climb speed of. Okay, so, as those which are standing around the creature, or where the creature's last known position was, you see the shifting in the rocks as crumbling, kind of going along the rock wall, as you see these bits as what chunks appear to be falling out the wall, and then there's this kind of whooshing sound as more larger rocks fall off the wall, as Bagaro becomes visible in the air, as he is going to make his attacks now, as he leaps in towards the mass of you. I need dexterity saving throws for Gabriel and this dude. As the burgirl running off the wall leaps into the midst of the group right here. Kalis, you get your attack from Polar Master if you like.
Right where?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wait, I'm
You said
what
dex
happened?
rolls or
No,
strength?
Oh my god.
Naturally, that does not hit. I meant for your skeleton, this one and this one, because he is going to be occupying their space unless they.
You said dex or strength rolls? What's the save?
I feel like strength would make more sense actually, because they're not avoiding it; they're trying to. I feel like strength makes more sense.
Okay. So
Was
this
that-
one's for Gabriel.
First place that you put it down where it landed first and then it moved?
Then
Or...
No,
there's
no,
the
I'm
other
just
one.
keeping it out the way so I can move the tokens in a second.
Oh, because
Just
is that
do-
within 5 feet of me?
It's going to be it's going to be right here. It's just not there yet because
Okay.
I'm.
It won't come within 5.
That is a failure for Gabriel. Gabriel is knocked prone to an adjacent space, which would be, say, right there. And the second one is a 14 plus 2.
There's a 14.
Okay, so just a 14. Then he would
Oh wait.
also...
Oh yeah, it would be plus 2. Sorry.
Okay, then that would be a save, so he is just ejected fine, but Gabriel would be prone. But I don't even really think that matters for Gabriel. As it finds yourselves in the middle of this mob of people, and...
I don't like this.
So, it is going to... I like this. I like ball girls. I wasn't sure about these guys at first, but I'm feeling them. It's going to make one fist attack at Terran, and we'll say, what's it called? We'll say a bite in the other fist towards Jung Am. Sure, yeah, sounds right.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Alrighty, so these are reckless, so attacks against him will have advantage over the next turn.
Might not hit you. You might be alright.
Well,
So that's the
if
first one for Terran.
I'm
Well-
gonna canny dodge that.
Alrighty, then for Jung-Um, this is the fist. And this is the bite.
Great. So I get hit by one of those.
Alright,
The
so...
fist.
2.
No biting me today, sir.
So that's for Terran.
So 5.
Yes, so that's reduced to 5. And you got hit by the fist? Yes.
Yes.
So that would be the same damage. So that is only 8 points of damage as you see this creature, arms flailing as you see the skeletons struggling to keep themselves stationary. Is now the time, really? Alright, well, after this fight, we're gonna go on break so I can take care of that. As you see the Bulgura flailing, attempting to throw the mass about, both of you getting clipped by hits as you're able to raise your shield in time to avoid any sort of fatal blow, but it is still, you can still feel the burning sensation as you find yourself knocked back. And that is its turn, and we move to the top initiative, and we go to Sparks.
Question.
Indeed.
I know grappling usually means that you can't move, but because it's flying onto me while holding me, does that mean that I also can't move? Or can I kind of gently float in a direction at reduced movement
I would say
while descending?
I would give you half speed, yes.
Half
Considering it's not, you're not like walking or anything like that, so I would say half speed.
Sweet, sweet. Right. So, what am I going to do to your monkey is first of all, I'm going to snap my fingers and cast haste, or use the haste ring.
Alright, that's your action.
Yeah, and then I'm going to gently float this way into the lava.
Okay,
And
I
then-
see you.
And then I'm going to use my Cave of the Mont Blanc to the dimension door to the opposite side of the cave, leaving the monkey to fall into the lava.
So that's a great idea, but that's an action.
Yes, but that's a hasted
Mhm.
action.
Oh, okay, I see.
And I can use it on an item. And what's the Cave of the Mont Blanc? An item.
Alrighty, so if that's the case, so where are you popping over to?
Yeah, I'm just fucking. I'm leaving. I'm going this way. Bye bye. Nope. I'm out.
Alright, the monkey's not dead. But
Oh, yeah, he's very angry.
as as he finds himself with his target shunted from his space, and it sees itself starting to be submerged in the lava, letting out this roar. You can see the beginning of this orange fur start to be singed. However, lava does not appear to be as effective on him as it would be most creatures.
Okay, so what you're saying is he's resistant to fire, perhaps.
Alrighty.
Still a lot of damage.
I'm going to use, as a bonus action, I'm going to convert a first level spell into sorcery points.
Got
And
it.
then that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So with that,
Does the cape activate the magical surge?
thank you for reminding me.
I had felt like a point. We're going through a dimension door.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fine. I'll roll that lovely
go,
D100.
yeah, go for it.
Fine. I'm sure. Yeah, cool. 20. Oh, that's not good.
So does this happen when you go into the dimension door? Or
It
when you
would
emerge?
be immediately as the before I left.
Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast. Alright, so that's good for
Okay,
you.
that's all right. Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty.
One above that, one below that would not have been good. Grease on myself.
Yeah, but you're flying, so I could be fine.
Just
I
be
don't know.
slippery flying.
Okay, that's it anyway.
Alrighty.
It's like that's how the ships fly in Halo. They're so slippery.
Oh
They slip
god.
through space.
Oh my god, Haru, just get out. No, just leave.
Alrighty. So with that, move over to Kalis.
I will go, in fact. Yeah, so guess I'll just take non-reckless attacks on this dude, because...
And they have advantage
Mm-hmm.
because he did.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Let's
Nice.
see, purple hit sometime.
Hits.
That's 16 bludgeoning damage, and I'm gonna swing again. Yes!
Well, that's a.
I did it.
Yay.
Nice.
So I actually set this up to a degree. Nope, that was not on my character sheet. Well, fine.
How many degrees?
So I swing at him and I like conk him on the side with Gnarl Heart. And out of Gnarl Heart falls a bee's hive. That may sting him for the extra crit damage.
Well, that is certainly. Yes.
Looney Tunes.
So you had a secret set of honey all this time and you didn't tell us?
How dare you?
I mean, I didn't have it, technically.
Yeah, to be fair, it was Brunhild, and you don't want to deal with Brunhild, do you?
Is it 17 hit?
17 just hits.
Okay.
Good to know.
Max damage from her.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Luckily, Brunhild did not kill him, and I don't have to save myself and I get to save myself the embarrassment of that happening again.
For now.
She got 2 kills last game.
Wow.
Insane.
I'm pretty sure she has the
On
highest
rock
kill count.
creatures.
I think she has the most kills of everybody. Probably
She
put
does
together.
by a long way.
At least
least-
like 5 or
At
more.
least every significant, like almost all like the boss type things you guys have fought to this point, Brunhild is
Hey,
killed.
Careless, when Sparks dies, can I play Brunhild?
Yeah, just take Polar Master.
Just
Alrighty.
take pull up master.
With that, as you send this flurry of blows into the creature, as it's kind of already flailing around, knocking away these skeletons, as well as having the small marten scurrying about it, get a good chunk of damage.
And bees. Don't forget the bees.
The
The
bees.
bees.
The bees.
Cue Oprah gift.
Alrighty, we'll move over to Zelthar.
Okay. Seeing this gigantic gorilla question mark yes thing, I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit 'cause I'm kind of scared, but not scared enough to shoot at him. But I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark first before I forget, because that would be.
Roll on the D100 table, friend.
Oh wait, where's Sparks? I can't see
You
him.
just moved further enough back into my
I did that to
This Hunter Mark's
myself.
not a spell, is it?
Hunter's Mark is a spell.
It's
In
It's
the,
a spell.
100 spell.
in the variant Ranger, it's a class feature, but the one he's playing, it's a spell.
40.
Oh, it's not what the other one.
You regain 2d10 hit points.
Oh, that's what your gun needed.
Yeah.
If you've lost any, I presume you haven't.
Okay. Good to know. And I'm gonna shoot at. No. I don't think
It's
that.
at advantage because he made those attack
Yeah.
reckless.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shoot again.
With advantage.
Mm.
Oh, hell yeah.
A 31 hits.
Oh, Jesus.
That should be, instead of a 3, that should be an 8. So that's 21 points of damage.
You also crit on your, what's it called?
Do I really?
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, yeah.
7 and
So
7.
an additional 6.
27 points of DiMaggio. Set. Basic math. We can do this, Elijah. We've trained for this.
That's really good. Great job.
Nice.
That's how fast the Mayan.
Thanks
as-
for.
Just after Brynhild.
Hey, Jugun, do you want to walk back 5 feet and cast some magic?
I'm
That'll be
gonna
fun.
walk back 0 feet and cast magic. I might not cast magic at all. I might just beat the shit out of it. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of damage this time. Usually I keep track of damage that we deal.
Alrighty.
Not me.
So with that, as you send 2 arrows flying into it, you see it hit it, and both of them kind of lodging itself, kind of right above where the clapper is, as it appears to be slightly choking for a second, and then snaps the arrows off as it lets out this roar that kind of echoes throughout the cavern. With this deep booming sound. That was kind of rude. So Taryn, roll over to your turn.
Not that it makes much a difference, but the cloud of daggers is still up.
Alrighty.
All right. I am going to stab it with my rapier because I'm too close to use the crossbow because I'm within 5 feet and I don't want to do that with disadvantage. Well, it would be a straight roll, but I'd rather have advantage.
Oh, also, these guys would have started fucking off. By the way, I didn't mention that, but they would be with me. They would have gone off in that direction, trying to get away from you all.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's not. It should only be +6. Ignore that.
I mean, it's a 20 either way.
Yeah, the first one is a 20.
Tw-
That should be just +6, not +8. The 8 is the damage, and then yeah, so 20.
20 hits.
Okie dokie, and this is D8 plus 3.
4d6 at level 7. Oh, you're a warlock.
What?
Well,
Level.
1 level.
Yeah,
Should
that's
be
what I
the
mean. 6 and 1. It's 3d6, not 4d6.
For
I was gonna say sneak attack at level 7 is 4d6, but you've got 1 level in thing, so it is 3d6. So I
Okay.
meant never mind. So
would-
don't worry about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as simple. would it?
You got
It would-
allies within 5 feet of you. You get sneak
Yes.
attack.
So whenever you have allies within 5 feet or you have advantage, it's sneak attack.
I would. Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering about that. So yeah, so let's do the damage for this guy first. Is 1d8 plus 3, so 6, and then 3, 6. Oop, no. So 17 total.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna do it again because I'm hasted and I can do it again.
Indeed.
Would I get the?
You still get advantage. It's still reckless.
Yeah,
It's-
would I?
You
That's-
don't. You can only sneak attack once per turn.
That's what I thought.
Alas, that would be
yeah,
broken.
Once on your turn, yes. You can
That
do it
is
during other
okay.
turns.
24.
Hits?
Like you can do it on other people's turns.
Yes, you can. You just
Mm.
like if you use a held action or something like that, or if you take an opportunity attack, you get it again.
Yeah. Cool.
That's cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So 9. So that would be 26 total, right?
Indeed,
Yeah.
that would be yes. So let me check 5e. What is it at? 5e tools. Alrighty. So with that, as it's distracted, you're able to take the rapier, kind of striking it deep into the muscle tissue of its lower abdomen and driving it upwards. You see what's it called? Blood quickly pouring from the small hole made by the rapier as you appear to pierce something vital, but the creature is still standing, if just barely. Alrighty, and with that,
Wow. You guys do damage.
and with that, we move on to Jungan.
Yay, it's my turn. So I'm gonna shovel him.
Is this a regular shovel or is this an inflict wound shovel that's gonna miss?
No, the regular shovel. I should inflict one shovel. I'm gonna inflict one shovel.
You have advantage because it's weckless.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you for letting me know that. That was very not. Yeah.
Oh.
You have the worst luck with that spell.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's just a waste of a spell slot at this point.
And then is that 2 attacks?
You don't get a second attack. You're a cleric.
No skeletons.
Oh, your skeletons get theirs, yeah.
That's 2 of them, right?
Yes, because it's not visible anymore. It was one, so
Alright, that's 9 damage.
9 points of damage.
You need to whack out Toll the Dead or something.
Alrighty. So as your skeletons of this now visible creature whacking onto it, you see the blades kind of slashing through its skin as it kind of looks like King Kong all fucked up after that T-Rex fight. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. It's a number that is low, and if it's low to the point where where it would frustrate some people, but not me, or not you all. So.
Is it gonna run away now?
I cast Fireball.
Kayla swings at the arrow twice. The Brynhild attack kills people.
Alrighty, so there is a ball girl, currently in a very unpleasant situation, and quite flummoxed at what has just befallen him. So, as you all hear the secondary roar come out throughout the cavern, as you see this Bulgura little around waist deep in the flame, kind of grabbing onto these chunks of rock and flinging itself. What is its long jump?
Long junk.
That too, maybe. We don't know
Somebody
that.
is thinking of something else, perhaps.
Well, his loincloth would have burned away, but we'll not talk about that.
Oh,
So that-
Freudian slip much?
I mean, to be fair, his junk might have burned away.
I'm not sure if he's gonna trigger it or not, but like I'm just like winding up like a batter.
Oh, he
Like-
definitely triggers this shit. He can jump 40 feet.
Oh,
S-
Wouldn't I
40
get an opportunity too?
Does-
oh, he's not jumping all the way to you. He's jumping next to Kalis.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other guy jumping.
Oh no. is not his turn
Oh,
yet.
the-
As he comes with a rage, vaulting himself up off the edge and flying towards you. That is definitely a hit.
Ooh. Okay.
It's 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice. And he is going to make his attacks reckless towards you as it's wildly swinging with this kind of slobbery jaws, slobbery maw in your face. So that is, I'm just going to roll 2d20 time because I should have been doing that earlier. That's a dot roll, not a slash. So that's the fist,
Oof.
and bite.
That's so it. Oh, 2d20 is advantage.
Because he's doing
Yeah.
reckless.
Mm.
So that is
What's the hit bonus?
10, a 23, and a 14. So only one hits.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty shitty.
Unlucky
He's,
What is
monkey.
that?
Off his game from the lava just still dripping off ass.
He actually does additional fire damage for every strike. In case you
Yeah, I
didn't
wouldn't
know.
even resent it. That makes sense. He's covered in lava.
That is 11 points of the damage type. That is bludgeoning. As one of the fists kind of catches you as you're still recovering from the large baseball swing, thwacking the creature on the side of his head, but not enough to actually stop its momentum. As this kind of large, like ham-fisted motion comes down, just slamming on your right shoulder. You feel like the sensation of it almost dislocating, but not quite.
I left myself open.
Alrighty. That is his turn. That was super underwhelming. It's Angry Unga Bunga's turn. As it is wildly swinging around, smacking at all these skeletons. As you and as Taryn, as you pull out the rapier from beneath its rib cage, you see it's with one arm covering the wound. It brings its arm up to kind of bring down, or to bring itself down upon you with this wide swing. So it's going to do the same shit he just attempted to do on Kalis towards you, because you were the one who hit him last. It's a first roll.
Candy dodge.
Alright. Second. Really, bud? I know a 12 doesn't hit.
Nope.
And
I'm gonna candy dodge the one that does hit though.
alright, and then here's the bite.
Oh, that one hits too.
Alrighty, so the fist is 1d10.
So it's all attacks, right? When you're doing candy dodge.
No,
Yes,
you
there's
only
just a attack
once
and
yeah.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a reaction, so.
an attack or a source of damage. Well, not a source of damage, but like from like a spell or something. So that is the fist. So that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it brings the first fist down upon you, but you're reduced to 4. That's uncanny dodge. As you manage to duck out of the way just in time, and as you find yourself clinging or kind of swinging onto the fish, you find yourself unprepared as you're caught by these massive jaws as it just goes clamping down, clamping down on pick a limb, left leg, sure.
Okay.
I don't know. As you're attempting to evade out the way, piercing straight through the armor, ripping through flesh as it finds itself biting down upon you, and that is that's its action. Is that a bonus action? Is that a bonus action? Is that also an action? Yes, it is. I should have done that sooner anyway. And that is all for him. As we move back to top initiative with Sparks, as you see this happening, as you see this raging beast, what's it called, going ham on Terran, and the second one peeking out of the lava to join the fray, or leaping out of the lava.
Sparks is gonna just fly up so he can see all of them, and then he's gonna use 2 sorcery points to convert and cast a subtle spell that doesn't require verbal component. And he's gonna cast magic missile at the monkey that's surrounded by everyone.
Alright.
One at each eye, one in each eye and one in the nose for comedic effect.
Sure. I guess rolling damage is just just a nicety here, but let's do it anyway. Yeah,
So 4 damage to each eye socket and 1 damage in the nose.
What are you trying to do? You trying to blow the eye sockets out? You trying to push
Yeah,
him back
just
in
like
a little bit?
just I wanted them to
'cause
go
he's
up
fucking
into him
dead.
and then explode outwards, if
Wait,
at all
did
possible.
he disappear? Did I do that? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Only one that can.
I didn't. I wasn't. My hands were on my keyboard.
It's magical.
You thought it too hard.
Oh, there we go. As these beams of energy go piercing into the creature, both whacking into its skull as you see its head kind of fly backwards, with these kind of large gaping holes into its skull. Body goes limp as it falls. The creature is deceased.
Couldn't have done that a little bit sooner.
Oh yeah, you gotta roll 2 of those.
As he says
You
something,
just,
Bo will slam
just
his
roll the
mouth.
effect, I forgot.
91.
That can't be a bad one.
No, that's fine. I just gotta not die and everything will be okay.
What?
I
Same
don't
as
want to
usual, pretty
reincarnate.
much. Things are generally
As
okay.
the one that I was talking to about Neff, I don't want to reincarnate as a human if I die.
Alrighty.
Along with humans. Racist.
Look, he's a hairless kitten right now. He doesn't want to spend his entire life as one.
Hey.
Alrighty. So, we'll move on to Kalis, as there is one last beast facing you all. Top initiative. These guys have fucked off even further into the cave. You can still see them, but
Good plan, guys.
yeah, they don't have much of a plan right now.
How tall are these Belgara?
Pretty fucking big. They're around 8 to 9 feet tall. There's like a lot of compact muscle. Like
One thing, I'm not actually done yet.
Oh.
Sorry, I actually have a wand.
Oh yes, you have 2 actions.
Yeah, so I will cast it centered on this spot so I don't hit Galus. And do hit the Bulgara.
Alright, what is his dexterity save?
It's DC 15. For the wand of magic missile whales. He takes half damage from it.
Alright, so that is...
Now I'm done.
Oh no, simple math. You stumped me again. Alright, so we add 4.
14.
And then we add... Ooh, nice. It's easy when you add by 10s.
Oh, that's sad. I wish I'd had that before. Anyway. Oh, he has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
From the
nice.
last time aha, yeah.
But he does resist the fire damage, so it's kind of...
I mean, he might not. Right?
I'm pretty sure this is the one that was in the lava.
Yeah, it is, but you know, he just might resist lava damage, not fire.
Thank you for reminding me about that fire resistance.
Oh, well, fuck you. Do it even less.
I knew that. I was just making sure you guys were paying attention. Keeping everyone honest. That's what it is. Keeping everyone honest.
Totes.
Lawful good.
So, as the column of searing flame comes erupting from behind the Bulgara, you see it's slightly singeing the hair on it, but it does not seem to be having too much of an impact as it manages to brunt most of the blow. Or to avoid brunting most of the blow. And now we go to Kalis.
Alright. So, I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna sort of like I'm gonna jump up and sort of like wind up with Gnarlheart and just slam the tree branch down overhead onto its shoulder. Hopefully that will work, but that's what I'm trying to do.
At advantage. Oh, well, that already hits, but fish for the
It might
crit.
be crit.
Oh, is it advantage?
No, advantage, not disadvantage. So, yeah, 22 definitely hits.
Be always reckless, my friend.
Wow.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna sort of like, as I hit its shoulder, I'm gonna sort of like put my weight on the thing and like use it to like push down and push me up. And then I'm gonna drop Gnarlheart and pull out the sparking javelin of lightning.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna like stake it straight down into it.
Alrighty.
Lightning.
It's a ranged attack roll, so is that at disadvantage in melee range?
Doesn't it auto hit the target that it's you aim at though?
The lightning hits. Auto
Oh,
hits,
yeah.
even if the javelin
You have to
misses.
roll to hit.
Are you so if you're throwing, you can use a javelin as a melee weapon, but do you have to use it as a ranged attack to get the lightning effect?
Well, technically I speak its command word, and the description says I make a ranged attack roll against the target.
Okay, I see. So
This is just a normal roll,
it'd be
maybe?
a straight roll, yes.
Okay, just checking. Thank you. 18.
That does it.
Oh my god. Wait, no, there should be another d6 in there. I don't know. Of lightning damage. Anyway. Yeah, so 12, 19 damage.
13.
Well, he isn't actually. He's missing a d6. That's why he rolled the last one. So that is
I erred in typing.
1. And yes, so as you go, kind of shoving. So describe to me what you were doing again. I apologize, just so I can get my head around this.
I just used the hit to like jump up and like propel me like just like a foot or a couple of feet like above it in front of it, and I'm just like pulling out the javelin midair and just like throwing it straight down to its face.
All right. And as you do that, the javelin, you see the javelin firmly planting itself up, kind of the point of the upper neck of the creature, as it does successfully pierce it, and you see lightning arcing through its body. It is not immune to lightning, but he does not give too many fucks about it.
Okay. And I guess from the tumbling Gnarlheart, Brynhild will attack it. Or no, that's not the right roll.
Yes, that hits.
Jesus.
10 more piercing damage.
This is Brynhild goes scurrying about him as this freshly fire and lightning singed creature now has. He's been through a lot today. First the lava, now lightning, and now this small, tasty-looking creature which he can't seem to catch scurrying about him. As she does 10 points of damage, which is scary to imagine. That's enough to kill a commoner. That's scary to imagine.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's like the rats in Game of Thrones.
Some Dishonored type shit.
It's like the bunny from Monty Python.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That imagery.
If that is all for you, then
I'm done. Sorry.
we'll kick things off to Zelthar as he takes his turn. As you see this last creature stumbling before Kalis.
All right. Seeing that the creature that Zelthar was focusing is now dead, he is going to yes. He's gonna switch his hunter mark to the that creature right there.
Alright. It's not casting a spell, it's fine.
It's not casting a spell. Good.
Yeah.
Phew.
You said it was last time.
No, casting Hunter's Mark is a spell. Moving Hunter's Mark is part of the spell.
Wow. Okay, I see how you're.
Okay, then every time you're... Okay, yeah, so every time your undead move, I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, would you like to use that
Yes.
rule?
No, no, we're good.
All right, and I'm gonna pull back my bow and then shoot 2 arrows at once because
Why not?
I'm so cool. I'm an elf. I shoot bows.
do I get it? Did he reckless attack?
He did.
Yeah, you did.
Yay! I'm gonna use a 30.
I wish you didn't. I wish you crit on 19s.
Me too.
Thank God it's not Elven accuracy.
And here's for the second arrow. Oh, that 14.
Alrighty.
Hey, you gotta look forward when he takes sharpshooter and he starts hitting like a normal person.
Yeah. 16 and
So, how, in what way would you like to, how do I put this? He's fucking dead and you did it. How are you gonna do it? How are you going to senselessly murder this beautiful, majestic creature? Please, describe to me your method of choice.
As Zelthar pulls back the bow and then takes a deep breath and then closes his eye, he releases it. And then one arrow goes straight in between the eyes and then punctures through the brain. And then the other arrow hits his left eye and punctures through that. And then he takes a second, standing stillless. And then after a couple seconds, he just drops to the floor.
Alright.
Nice.
That is one way to get shit done.
He doesn't even look at the target to kill it.
So, with that Borgora hitting the ground as both creatures are now deceased, and you see their physical forms start to crumble in upon itself, as when demons die, their essence returns to the plane in which they belong.
You mean these guys are demons?
I
Not
mean-
gorillas of fire?
huh.
You do the math. This is their bodies begin to slowly fade away. You hear from the back of the cave one dwarf standing in front of the others, just yelling out, "Who the fuck are you?" And with that, we'll go on break. Because it is currently 9:14, and I need to figure out who's using a saw in the house. So I'll do that in combat.
Roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Initiative.
Right
It was
back.
Mom in the dining room with God damn it.
Two. One. Hello, we're back, and we are up to nothing at all, whatsoever. Nothing that you should be suspicious of, and nothing against the people of Maryland. Welcome back. For those of you still joining, whether on Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're finding us, we are kicking back into our good old Tales of Revedia, as the party has just finished up this encounter with this group of Bulguros who appear to be the sort of guardsmen over this group of dwarves who now find themselves huddled in the back of the cave in this sort of defensive position against these newcomers which have come and slain their previous overlords is too much of a word, but I don't want to think of a better one. Over assholes. Asshole lords. I'm not going to say ass lords because that doesn't sound right. But anyways, so as one of the voices goes ringing out towards the rest of the party, who the fuck are you all? As he has this pickaxe raised in this two-handed grip, ready to swing at anything that comes close to him, with other dwarves behind him in various ready positions as well.
We're just traveling through here. How long have you been down here?
What the fuck do you mean traveling through here?
We're traveling through the mines.
Hey, we're from the Bronze Flame, and these guys also hired us to have a look. And I show the little pendant that we got.
I forgot about that shit.
You forgot you're
That
from the
I
Bronze
totally
Flame.
remember comes from.
No, I forgot the little...
The stone speakers.
Yes, them guys. Sorry.
You see, what's it called? Like the tension in his brow laxes a little bit, but he still looks fairly nervous. What you some of them? I don't trust no magic folk. Already got enough of us fucking down here stuck in these mines, and now you think you're gonna trick us by getting us out? I don't give a fuck.
I mean, wait, trick you by getting you out? Do you not want to go out? I mean, we can just find some more monkeys if
I bet
you
this is one of her
prefer.
fucking traps, ain't it?
How many more are there?
Just us left, and it's gonna stay that way.
Well, I mean, the road's now, well, the backup is now clear if you want to leave. Oh, there are 2 badgers and a giant rat further down the tunnel, but
I thought that was you guys.
they're a bit confused. But other than that, it's you are safe to leave if you so wish.
And you see him as the dwarf standing in front of the others kind of looks back, and you see, just gives him a slight nod, and you see the weapons lower a little bit, still ready for something to happen, as they have a pretty instilled sense of paranoia at this point. It says, "No catch. Just let us walk out of here."
Yep. I mean, however, if you could, like, what were you guys doing down here, and where did the monkeys come from? That would help, but you don't have to if you don't want to. We're just gonna make sure that they don't, do anything else.
So as he looks back to the group, nods from the going ahead, just like, I don't know much, but I'll say what I can. Most of these folks came here working in the mines and just fucking ended up down here working fucking God knows how long to get this fucking useless ass metal out the stone. Ain't no one up top uses that shit.
You mean Runesteel?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I didn't much know it was real, but probably a reason no one bothered using it. These demon things, I don't know, but I know that every time one of us tried to get out of here, they get torn to shreds, either by that one or the big ones, or someone made it as far as the bridge, but didn't go much further than that. Went a lot further than that, actually.
What big one?
Yeah, I think he means the monkeys, right?
There's the monkeys, and then there was one like them, all spiny-like, had he appeared to be working with them. I don't know where the fuck they came from nor what these things are, though.
We
Wasn't
haven't
that the
seen
one
a
we killed earlier?
spiny one.
It'd be that one.
We saw a frog one.
Frog.
How long have you been down here?
I don't know. They keep us working till we can't move, and then get us working again. Maybe a month and a half.
What were they looking for?
They weren't looking for shit. They just been having us dig out these rocks. I haven't told any of this. We see there's this one fucking she-witch likes to come. Sometimes she'll come and choose somebody to play with, and then people won't see him again. But other than that, I don't fucking know what's happened down here.
Is she a drow?
I don't know. I never saw her face.
Did she wear a mask? That was very funky, like.
I don't know what the fuck a funky mask is. She had a mask on her face.
Did she have a robe on as well?
Yeah, typical magic user voodoo shit.
I take out a picture of the mask that I drew. You know, the three that were similar. Not the because I don't know what the other three look like, but I drew the other ones. Did they look roughly like these masks?
Not like
Something,
that, no.
Something similar to it?
It looked like it was more just like an actual face cover and didn't have any of that fancy shit on it. Just she seemed like she didn't really want her toys, as she decided to call the people down here to know what she looked like.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good sign.
Is that really a good fucking sign?
I mean, it means that you're probably not tainted.
Tainted? The fuck does tainted mean?
I'm possessed by evil magic.
Oh, you got me. I shouldn't fuck with you people. I should have written while you're fucking fighting the beasties.
But you may go now. It is free. Follow the path up. If you go past the badgers, you know you're going the right way.
What happened? What happened to make you barricade the doors? When did this place descend into chaos?
Beastie sent something ahead, and I heard the mistress give some sort of order to one of them, and then they forced us all in the room while we were eating. They forced us all back here and started barricading the door for whatever reason. They didn't want y'all to come get us.
Was that recently?
Minutes ago.
Oh.
They just put the shit up as y'all broke it down.
And do you know anything about the door? On the other passageway? With the carving of the bird creature.
That's that fucking lady and her fell beast of whatever she worships.
The same witch. Your mistress.
Not my mistress, whatever the fuck that. I don't know what she is.
She captured them, Kalis, from the sounds of it.
That's where the few times we have seen her, she either comes from or goes into there. She doesn't, trying to make sure we don't directly look at her too often. She gets feisty about it. I'd be careful if I were y'all. She must have known y'all are coming by now, all the fucking ruckus you've made. I'm surprised she didn't bring more of them out.
There are more?
I don't fucking know.
How many have you seen?
Just these two in front of me, as well as the one outside, but occasionally we'll get different looking sights and sorts of things. One day, some of the boys got a little rowdy during the mine and thought they could take on one of them, and well, they got most of the way through it, but a replacement was brought in shortly afterwards to shore up the missing parts of the one they tried to take down. And you don't survive from that, though. On the bottom of the pit you see over there as he gestures towards the lava.
Oh no. Well, I turn away and look at the group. I think this safely means that we won't be taking any type of extended rest down here.
Yeah.
If there's lots of them. We have a choice to push on and maybe defeat them, or retreat and come back down tomorrow. But they could have all gone by then, and we might have missed our chance.
You think they really would leave?
I think they would more than likely find a new cavern to set up, so they wouldn't have to deal with us. Or lay some more traps.
Sparks, there's nowhere else for them to go if we go up the cave tunnel for it widened out into this expanse of caverns.
Kalis,
It would have to pass through us to get to any other cavern.
Do you know the layout of these tunnels, Kalis? Do you know for certain that there isn't another tunnel that leads up to the surface? That branches off and leads elsewhere?
Is the dwarf still there?
He's still there, but he's kind of waiting for this conversation to end so he can start skirting off around the side and go fuck off.
Is there another way back up to the surface aside from the main tunnel going back up?
Not from my scene. At least not unless it's behind Her Royal fucking Highness's cave. Place directly up north of here as he points down towards the Export Tunnel. Is where they had us working on some sort of stuff. They'd make us refine this, whatever it is, and trying to fashion it into these big, look like armor pieces, but ain't something no man could fit.
Oh no.
And on the, what's it called? Well, we'll call Area 7 because I didn't want to properly describe it. This one over here, that's where, I just know that's where we keep all, the extra shit. Well, the stuff
extra?
The extra Runesteel we haven't refined yet. It's this little storage area. Made our way through a decent portion of it, but there's still fucking cartloads of it down there.
Is it raw or refined?
Unrefined. We haven't, not stuff we've quite gotten to yet, luckily. I don't know what the fuck they were planning out here, but they were doing some sort of weird nonsense.
Mixed feelings about this whole thing.
Can I fuck off now?
No one's stopping you.
Yeah.
Good. And
Thank you for your information.
Yeah. You're welcome. And he kind of goes running through you guys as the mass of them had already left. He just stayed behind as they find themselves exiting throughout the cavern. So with that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
So we have 4 passageways that are unexplored besides the tunnel. We have no means currently of surpassing that gate, and I fear that if we did, we wouldn't be a match for this sorceress and whatever she brings to bear along with her.
Really? I think we'll be fine.
Maybe.
We've got through tougher scrapes.
But not that gate, because it's still shut.
Well, we haven't looked for a key down another tunnel yet, have we? And could try and pick the lock.
It's not really a lock.
I mean, it's an indent. Maybe there's a locking mechanism in the indent?
Did I see anything like that?
It didn't look like a mechanical lock, or at least nothing you've seen before.
Yeah.
Can you pick a lock while on fire?
Probably.
That's just a theory. Not a game theory.
I spend a lot of my time on fire.
How much time on fire?
A considerable portion that I prefer not to do. But it still happens.
Well, why don't we just look down some of the ancillary tunnels for now? And
Yeah, I don't think we should give
I
up
don't.
yet.
I don't know. I don't think we should press on to the depth without regathering our strength.
I mean, if you guys want to just take a brief respite, I can peek down some tunnels and scream bloody murder if shit happens.
I'm carrying these wounds for the rest of the day.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they left?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they all fucked off.
As soon as you gave them the option, they all fucked right off immediately.
Okay, and let their friend here?
Oh, the corpse?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems they did.
I'm gonna talk to it real quick, alright?
Alrighty.
Why?
But yeah. Well,
Hey. Are you
So,
okay, man?
I assume you're casting Speak with Dead and not casually talking to him.
No, I'm just talking to it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. Didn't mean to judge.
No, you
Yeah, it's
Duggan.
because it's about to become a skeleton.
So, as the body of the dwarf is just
Hey.
chilling.
Are you ready to come back to life? You seem like you have met the end of this and ready to go on to the beginning. As I raise him from the dead. It's a skeleton.
Chicken, stop!
So, as the flesh falls from bone, the skeleton rises.
A much shorter skeleton.
Indeed, a much shorter skeleton.
I'm pretty sure the other skeletons, like the ones that are right here, are dwarf too.
Oh yeah,
How
because
many
those.
spell slots do you have left?
Hopefully enough.
One less.
Yeah, I mean, but like, if you do it
That's
at
the
the
best
start of
answer.
the day, how many are you gonna?
I actually don't use, like, I have it written down. I don't use those two. Like, I only have one third level spot that I use.
Jesus Christ.
I'm using a fourth level slot to do this.
Wow.
And now I have 8 skeletons.
oh yeah, was there anything else in this room besides the dwarves in the fight and the remains?
Oh yeah. So looking around this room, this
Why would you not
appears-
just copy the one that you did before?
Because I don't fucking think that far ahead. Leave me alone. Shut up, before I fucking. Fuck you. I don't answer to you. Roll a
Thank
deck save.
Check save? Okay.
Yes, actually
Oh
no.
no.
Intelligence
that
save.
gate is
You've been
getting
feeble-minded. All right.
13.
Alright, you take 18 d10 fire damage. So, looking around the room, looking around this appears to have been a sort of, well, what once was a resting area. All right, roll a new character. As you look towards the mess of rubble, where the entranceway to this area once was, you see that those are various, like, kind of cots and small chests for whatever belongings, but a lot of the floor is just filled with bedrolls, and in the corners in there you see a few buckets made for, guess what? This appears to have been the living quarters of the dwarves who had found themselves locked into these cabins.
So they just slept just next to the lava.
Yes.
Hardcore.
Well, there was areas outside the lava, like in a little bit more safety. But if it's a cold night in the caves, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Ethan,
Yes.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you did just raise dead within 30 feet of me.
Oh, great.
Oh.
So that's a just do 100.
Yeah.
What I got 10.
I don't know what that does.
Regenerate spell slots.
Nothing good.
Pick a random person around the area. Pick a random anything.
Oh, I'd
Anything?
probably not
Is we
go.
alive?
I would say, yeah.
So
Did
one of
you-
us.
Oh,
Let's
I
hit
mean,
a skeleton.
we have plenty of
please.
skeletons if you like. Actually, no. It's a wild magic surge. One,
Oh,
2, 3,
fuck.
4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
It's like
9,
probably
10,
over
11,
here.
12.
Yeah, what's it called wasn't in within what's it called? It would have just been the skeletons and me and Juggum.
Okay.
Is one me, I presume.
No, one is not you, but one is also kind of fucked up.
What? It wouldn't hit
Is it
herself.
Gabriel?
No, it wouldn't hit. No, I just counted down the line and assigned each person to a side of the dice in the D12.
So it's Zelthar?
That would
And
seem.
Zalthar wouldn't have been in range at the time because he
No,
was
I
standing
was
here.
at the wall.
Am I in
Uh,
right?
He's
I was
not.
over here, and all my skeletons were like lined up over here in this section.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how that was.
You know,
I would have
fuck
been
it.
in the room.
So you cast 5th level magic missile on Gabriel. We'll just go with that.
Oh, I knew it was Gabriel.
Right.
Kinda
So is it
cool.
like 60?
No, it's
64. No, 3.
5d4
That's 3rd level.
plus. No, 3d4 plus 3 is Oh shit, yeah.
So 70.
No.
Yeesh.
74
Couple
plus
drama.
4.
Oh no.
Right. Oof. Gabriel, you're not looking too good.
So as you raise this new skeleton, a burst of magical energy comes from the spell, and this force of energy is just shunted towards Gabriel as he finds himself thrown back. I don't think that's enough to kill Gabriel. I don't know how much else
No,
it
it's
has.
not.
No, it's not.
So, hey, Sparks, can you step away right now? I need to heal Gabriel.
You can't. You can't heal undead, can you?
At least I could mend him before. I can't
No.
mend him now.
A lot of things is immune to
Did you smack me?
healing. Undead is immune to.
Oh, no, I'm not
That's-
going to hit him. I probably should get really emotional about this, shouldn't I?
I feel like you probably would.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ethan. How do you really feel about this situation? How
How
does
does
Jung
Jung-
Am?
What does
Say.
Juggen feel in her heart and soul?
I don't think she would attack Sparks, though. She wants to, but she
Oh.
knows we
that's
have a
fine.
job to do. She'll get back later. I think that's how it's gonna go.
Oh
See,
well,
like
I
that
look
passive
forward to
aggressive-
being raised as a cat. Cat zombie.
Yeah. See, first you fuck with the shower, now you fuck with her boyfriend. You...
Like, can you kindly
That
move
wasn't
away?
my fault. I was trying to leave the room when she cast the spell.
Alrighty. So as you guys,
I thought
I
she was
think
gonna
maybe
do
it's-
Zone of Truth on the damn thing.
maybe it's more like the sort of like dye your fur while you're sleeping brand of getting back.
We'll see,
There you
I
go.
guess.
So I can mend the skeleton's bones, right?
mending works is for constructs. The undead is something differently because they're held
You
together
let me
by
do it last
necromantic.
time.
They break and then you repair them by re-raising them.
Is that really how that works?
Yes.
Could you repair like the rents in their metal plating?
I mean, like it could you could undent his armor, but what takes damage isn't the skeletal figure itself; it's the necromantic energy holding the creature together.
Oh.
Because in essence, he's just a skeleton. Oh, he should just be like, there's nothing there holding him up. He's like a puppet on strings; it just falls apart. So, what is the plan of action?
What do we see down this tunnel? Because like all we can see is here.
Okay. So, let me zoom out so I can make this. Should probably start using that. Oh, I didn't use Dungeon Draft for this. That's why. I was wondering why
You
this
see
was.
a Balgura Bar Mitzvah.
Hmm.
And the rabbis of
Hmm.
Baylor.
Bird?
So it is a
Shit.
So I'm going to draw the things by hand.
Okay.
get an image of this. So all along these sections of lava in this is what appears to be this sort of machine using the heat from it to refine these buckets and buckets of Runesteel to kind of smelt it together. And
Maybe you put a refined stone now so you don't have urges all the time.
Well, I
and
think we should pick up some refined stuff as well.
Do you guys even know?
Are you froze,
How-
Ethan?
Me?
What did you say, Ethan?
Yeah, you froze. Say it again.
Do you guys even know how to use this machinery?
I don't know how to use the machinery, but there's buckets and buckets of it, according to our DM of refined material.
yes, oh yeah, actually, well, it wouldn't be in function. Well, no, they stopped in the middle of their work, so some of it would be still submerged in the process, kind of left there because they exited hurriedly. But there would be a small portion of it which could be used. And in kind of the back section of the cave, you see what looks to be a forge that has been set up, and next to it you see what looks to be this piece of half plate, but looking at the piece itself, it appears to be massive, almost 15 feet across, where the chest part would be on a person.
Is it?
That's
Okay, so
made of
it's
the
just
Runesteel.
half plate. Just,
is- Yes.
I put it on.
We'll say it's around right there. And you see a few other large pieces of metal fashioned in these various shapes.
I mean, Kalis is pretty massive, I would say.
Are
Yeah.
you 15 feet broad?
I'm kidding.
I mean, it might be magical, so you might put it on and it might shrink to your size.
Kalis goes up because he does not understand any of this, and he starts rubbing like chest on the armor, and just like trying to like reach his arms like way too wide, and like trying to like pick it up, but he's also like standing on it, so he's weighing it down.
So, do you think we should just, push this stuff in the lava?
It looks like very big and heavy equipment. Like,
I mean, Kalis is very strong. No, I'm just talking about the half
Yeah.
plate.
oh,
You might be able to drag that plate to the lava. That's not a bad idea, actually.
See, I have good ideas. Sometimes.
No.
Why would we want to do this?
Well, because it's clearly being made for a weird-ass creature, and that creature should not have this.
I mean, he's got a really good point. Whatever they're making, they're this far along, and we can set them back.
How tall is this tunnel that we got into this room with?
this one has extremely high vaulted ceilings, reaching to around what's it called, 55 feet. Actually, in the center. This room is massive, and even in a room this large, the heat is almost oppressive.
Well, if I were to carry this, it would probably take out the remainder of the energy I have today, which is not much sense.
I mean, we could all work together and slowly push it, or we could just get Jugum Skeletons to do it. They're untiring creatures, are they not?
They don't have muscles.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they're not strong, because look, they've all got bows and they can pull them back and fire them quite.
We can all drag it.
Did you guys hear something?
What?
Sorry, I can't hear anything coming from the east part of this cave.
Oh, we're doing that, aren't we?
A little shady, a little shady.
Can I just go in the room and like, can I like search for things that aren't metal armor for giants?
Okay. So as you're bring yourself into the room, you do see a few of what appears to be these various maybe test cases or like other things crafted made of Runesteel. You see some various mining equipment, as well as in the back section of this room, next to the Runesteel made mining equipment like pickaxes, shovels, that kind of shit. You find this large covered crate that appears to have been sealed shut by something. And I would ask if you're going to open it, but I figured the reason you're looking around is to find something. But we'll ask just for courtesy's sake, would you like to look inside the crate?
Yes, please.
As you pry it open, no, this crate is maybe around, what is that with my analogies? Maybe 5 foot wide, about 3 feet going the other direction, and about 2.5 to 3 feet deep. See, the first thing I thought of was the loot box from Call of Duty, from Zombies, and I was trying to figure out a way to translate those dimensions. But it is filled with these cubic objects. Some things you've seen before, but definitely not in this state. It appears to have been like almost completely inert, as these objects are kind of just sitting in here with no magical essence or anything like that to them.
Sorry, what was it similar to that we've seen before?
The little tesseract-like objects, but these appear to be completely inert. There's no movement inside of them, and they don't seem to be giving off any sort of aura either.
Guys.
Would you like me to come over, or would you like me to look from a distance?
I'd like you to non-magically come over here, everyone.
Alright, he casts teleport.
Fool.
No, it's not the instruction.
Yes, and as you guys all gather around Kalis as he has this crate, you definitely have seen these shits before. However, not necessarily in this form.
Well, we've certainly found the point of manufacture.
We can dump these in the lava too.
I think we should take these back to the Watchers. I think that faction was called.
Shouldn't we just sell it?
Stone Watchers. No, that's the whole point. We're supposed to be stopping this Juggum. And don't you dare ignore me. This time. You can do that later.
Can we
No,
do
but,
anything to destroy the way that these machines work?
I can use fire.
I mean, they move lava. I don't know how much
I also have ice. What more do you want from me?
Earth crushing ability?
Wait, don't be hasty.
Maybe a
We
metal.
can take these things back to the Baron like we did the masks.
Well,
He might know something more about.
we've shown him one of these before. We had one before. We showed it to Zuli. We showed it to people already. It's not anything new. We came down here to find the means of production, just like the Stonewatchers said. That looked like they were coming up from these mines. Came down here to stop it, didn't we? Or was that just me?
I think if we take them, we'll also stop them.
Well, no, because they'll just make more.
Well, we destroy them, they'll still just make more.
I mean, if we take out the people that are making them, though, they can't. It'll stop.
So just take out the people you're making. We don't have to actually destroy the stuff.
Well, I mean, we probably should also destroy the stuff. But if we take out the people that are making them, they won't. Nobody will know how to fix them.
I don't think we're in disagreement about culling the unnatural here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
taking these boxes back up to the surface won't make much difference. They're already spread around the town.
I'm gonna walk 35 feet away from Sparks and then cast Detect Magic and then walk back. And see what the boxes
It's
tell me.
fine. I'll just walk away. I'll go and I'm gonna cast magic. Sparks goes and sits in his corner.
So, as you cast detect magic, you get the same. Well, actually, no. These in their current state don't give up any magical aura. As I said, they appear to be almost completely inert as they are right now. As it's more kind of clinking metal in these boxes that is yet to be activated through whatever methods that you've seen the previous ones exist in. Or to get to the state that you've seen previous ones exist in.
We should just dump them in the lava and be done with them.
I'm not actually stopping him from doing anything. I just don't think I want to help anymore. I'm already in a bad mood.
I'm going to take one of these. We can destroy it at any time, so I want to have a record.
Are you gonna dump the rest in the lava, or leave them?
I mean, we take them or we destroy them. It's up to you all.
I think we should destroy them.
I think we should destroy them too.
Sounds good.
I'll take one of the things out because Kayla's is holding the crate, right? Or are we just looking down at it?
I don't know.
What?
I was mid green bean when it caught me. That's completely up to y'all. But yes, you can definitely take one if you'd like to. As the crate is pretty accessible right now.
All right, I'll drag this over to the shore. Then we can dump it in.
Are you gonna save them?
Exertion noises.
What are you
Sounds like.
Are you gonna destroy all of them?
Hmm?
Are you taking one, or are we destroying all of them?
Yeah, he grabbed a single one. There's like 100 in this crate, right?
There's a fuck ton. It appears to be
Fuck ton. How much is a fuck ton?
more than they
Metric fuck ton.
had at the House of Stone Speakers.
Well, that was only like 2 dozen, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's still that's a significant amount considering before you've seen like 3.
Well, there's like 2 dozen, and there's like a fuck ton.
Okay. I would
A
say
literal ton?
we'll say
fuck?
there's a dozen, 144 of them.
Okay.
Ah.
If you want to count them out, but
It's a big crate.
One.
it's a small device. It's not too big.
Like that. Guess how
Um,
many jelly beans are in the can? Guess how many?
Yeah. And so with that, give it a good old chuck into the lava.
Is there anything further down this cave, or does it end here?
Yes, it does actually. There's another Balgura standing there invisible.
Ah!
Yes. Roll death saves.
Why magic that would cause any wild surge things that would make stuff go further into the lava or be pushed? Is the question.
I mean, it takes a few seconds, but it's a wooden crate. That should definitely catch.
No, I'm talking about the big heavy 15-foot armor plate.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
I think we should destroy that too.
Hey, if I summon a unicorn, he could do it.
That unicorn was fucking badass. He could heal me.
And he
couldn't
could heal all of us as well.
Yeah, that would be great if you could do that.
I'm really trying for the unicorn, but the Modron just keeps getting in the fucking...
Would you say you need more control to get the unicorn?
No, I would say that there's an option. I give a call out and the fucking Modron just keeps jumping in front of the call to the unicorn. He's just
So
a fucking
out of
he's
your
an irritatable
is what you're
creature. Hey, look, I'm just gonna cast a fucking spell now, right? I'm gonna summon a fucking unicorn. How about that? That's not a unicorn.
No, it's not. Are you a potted plant again?
No, it's not that one.
For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame.
Jesus Christ.
That is.
I would like to touch the armor.
Flammable though.
It's hot. You touch it and you see a little bit of red start to expand out of it, but
Does it start melting?
not at a normal flame. It takes some pretty intense heat to melt something of this size.
Hold it
and
for a full minute.
You feel your fingers start to sink a little bit, and then the effect wears off.
Oh well, better do it
Those
again.
fingers stuck now.
Well, now we really can't carry that because it's glowing hot.
Just like in one spot. Right?
Just like the one spot where his finger was.
Why, man? Let's just push it in the fucking lava.
Yeah, it's heavy.
There's
I'm gonna collect a pickaxe if there's something. If I can find one of those.
Oh yeah,
there's
no.
5 of us plus like 8 skeletons. I think we can push one fucking thing in the lava.
I feel like that's within reason. I don't even think you'd have to roll for that.
What? How many spells are you casting? Oh my god!
Just casting cantrips. Nothing bad is happening to anyone because you're all at least 50 feet away from me right now.
Actually, they'd probably need to be 120 to be completely safe. Just saying.
Fifth level magic missile. That's the worst that's gonna come.
All right.
You should probably resolve all of these before you roll again, because you can just stack up some.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's
84. No creatures within.
I've been resolving these as you go. I've been looking at them. There's just nothing that you guys have been able to see.
What
has been actively happening.
What is it? What are they? Tell us.
That was all creatures within 30 feet of me take 1d10 necrotic damage, and I gain it back as hit points.
You can also
Yeah, I have that
teleport.
effect.
Okay, so what are the mass of you doing? Are you going to just move this plate by hand then? Because you have a pretty big number of you, given that half of them are dead.
Sure, I'll try.
I'm gonna go over and start. I'm gonna start like fruitlessly trying to drag this thing and
Go
try
on.
and.
Take it with advantage, Kalis. There's a lot of people here.
Alright, let's not roll a 3.
I'll wait till it cools down.
I think it's cool.
It's 18.
I want to burn.
Helping.
It takes
Big
a,
enough?
yeah, even with a mass view, it takes a bit of time.
Let's see what I get. Just
But you guys are able to slowly and at some points nervously, as this thing is tottering back and forth, not wanting it to fall on any person or any one side of it, to slide it forwards till it starts leaning into the lava, and you see the shape kind of start to tilt and fall in as it splashes down, floating on top, but it looks like it's in the process of melting. It's gonna take a minute or two for this thing to fully succumb to it, but it's definitely starting.
I rolled a fucking 2 on strength.
On the bright side, that could have been worse.
I rolled a 3 on strength.
Well, I don't have any pluses to anything, so.
So, we're done in here.
Hey, would you like me to just sit here and summon a unicorn? I'll be a couple of minutes.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I think I want to leave too.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys in a bit.
Oh yeah, which path do we want? We got 3 left.
Yeah.
Bad
Got
one,
enough health
the end of
to
3.
statistically save myself from a fireball if it were to happen.
Let me scout ahead.
Alright.
So
Would
when
we
I
have
come from
been through here
Salthar,
before?
you're welcome to go in front of me.
Do we
Oh, no,
go
you're fine. Just
Alright.
farther.
go up or down?
Up.
It looks like the path down has lava coming out of the same wall as the room we've been in, where we fought the other creature.
That's when they were mining the unrefined ore, right?
Yeah, you might be right. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead here and stealth and look around and see for traps and see what there is in there. But I'm gonna do it stealthily.
Alrighty. Give me an investigation check as you look around for traps.
19.
So, as you're finding yourself looking about the area, this appears to have been a sort of like a kitchen area where the meals that they had were prepped and taken care of in this section. But as the area below, this area looks to have been, it seems something had warned them of your presence, as a lot of the things in here have been left quite hastily. But other than that, there is not too much in here. In the back corner, you see a few of the native cave fungus, which seems to have been part of their diet to some capacity, but doesn't appear to be too exceptional outside of that.
I want to go and check out the bottom one.
And the bottom one. So, as you look down here, you find carts and carts as this whole kind of back section of this wall is just filled with carts and barrels of this unrefined Runesteel, just set upon this back area. And you can hear, even as you enter the room, sort of like this low hum, emitting from it, as just the raw energy of it is in its place. And along it, of course, you can see various other sets of tools, most of which made of your standard steel and iron, but you do see a few of the other Runesteel tools that had been created in this room as well.
Alright, well, I report back to the group. Nothing on either of these. So much for finding a key somewhere down here.
Well, we can go explore that path by the entrance, but if we don't find something there, we're stuck banging our heads against the wall.
I'm gonna follow and then get ahead.
Alrighty. Dun, dun, dun.
It would be this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And your badgers would definitely be done digging at this point.
Haha, badgers.
So, we'll just deal with this section up first as you move your way up here looking through. This appears to have been sort of like access to some sort of underground water table, which I cannot physically draw on the map because the program did not have that on it, but it appears to have been the group's water supply that they had while they were inhabiting this area below. And coming through this tunnel, where the badger and mole were assigned to dig through.
It was a rat.
A rat and a badger. I wholeheartedly apologize.
Better.
It was a grievous mistake on my part. A grievous mistake. And I promise it won't happen again. Is this kind of cave going down inwards, and the actual rubble itself only appeared to be maybe about 1.5 to 2 feet actually deep into the cave. And as you're looking back into it, making your way towards this back section over here, this appears to have been some sort of living space. That some creature had been calling home for the time being, and it appears to have been used recently as well.
Is there anything of interest in it?
So as you're looking throughout the room, you see 3 of these vials glowing with this bright, like illuminating red. And as you're looking at it, or as you touch it, it looks similar to a healing potion, but as you actually touch it, it has this almost burning warmth to it, seeping like through insulation of the bottle.
Is it like magma?
It does not look... A little bit, actually, it would. Just a little bit. But it does not appear to be actual magma in the bottle, because that would cause some problems.
Yeah. does it burn to hold, or is it just really warm? Like,
It doesn't actually burn your skin, but it's a very intense heat. It's almost like holding your hand above a flame.
Oh, that's a point. I have, when I catch up with the rest of the group, I have some of that mushroom stuff for Taryn
mushrooms?
because she likes the funky fire mushrooms.
I did take.
You like putting stuff in vials, and you weren't here, so I put stuff in vials.
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
I forgot about that. Was
Vial
that
stuff.
what mushrooms were those? I'll have
It
to
was
remember.
an absolutely terribly named thing. That's all I remember.
I remember there's probably an actual name for it. I just didn't remember. I'll look in my notes later for that because I know I put some sort of mushroom in here on purpose.
I do want to take these vials.
Yes, you definitely take those. Let's see. Is that all that's in the room? You see, what's it called? A few, what's it called? Appears, a few, smaller tomes. Looking at them, not actually reading, but the contents on the side, it appears to be some sort of romance novels. There's around 3 or 4 of them, as well as a small sleeping bag set up in this room.
What are the romance novels called?
Yeah, I want to pick up one and just like open it to a random page.
Oh my god.
Alright, so should I just start reading excerpts out of Aragon?
It's not a romance novel.
No, but there's some shit in there. Some dirty shit in there.
Ow. No didn't.
Or no, there's some stuff in the Dragonlance series too you could use. I'll take notes for later.
Jesus Christ.
I remember
I'm just-
0 sexy scenes in Aragon.
I think it was in one of the one of the sequel books. No, because there was a scene with there was, I don't know, was it Janus where someone attempted to how do you say, tempt him, something along those lines. Was it Janus or was it Tanis? It might have been Tanis. Anyways,
Tannis is from Dragonlance.
Tanis is from Dragonlance, yes.
Yeah, Tannis is the half elf from Dragonlance.
Yeah, and Janus is the paladin.
Tannis is the half elf.
Janus.
Oh, Janus. I've never read Aragon.
Oh.
So I don't remember any
No.
sexy from Dragonlance.
There-
So.
There was a.
Forgotten Realms. Greyhawk had some.
I don't want to know about those. I don't know. I don't want to know what Gary Gygax is doing in that basement. I'm gonna keep that. We'll keep that to the imagination.
I also want to take these books.
Okay, you take the books.
I look forward to you reading out lines later on.
Alrighty.
What's in the sleeping bag? Is there a body, or is it just?
It appears to be vacant.
Don't go over with a black light.
But the room looks disturbed, like as if someone was living there or is in the process of living there.
Cast see invisibility. It's just white.
So what's the what's the weird tunnel with the lava at the end of it? Is that like their trash disposal or something?
It is exactly what it seems to be. It is a tunnel with lava at the end of it.
I want to feel along the wall if there's any like hidden compartment or door or something.
Feeling along, it doesn't seem to be anything hidden in this room. You rolling that many dice makes me nervous.
What?
I'm
Sparks.
GM rolling. This is the 3rd minute of trying to summon a unicorn. I still haven't got one.
I got
I've
no
only-
comment. I got no comment. Fuck it.
See, he's just been passively rolling at you the whole time.
This entire time, I didn't realize it was just to me.
Oh.
Yeah, like I was wondering why no one else was commenting on this.
Nobody else sees it.
I know. I realize that now.
How much damage have you taken so far?
None. If you guys had been in the room, you'd be fucked. I've had like 3 magic missiles.
Oh my gosh.
So you hear various loud explosions coming from the cave further behind you, where you know Sparks is, but it seems you won't question it for now.
I'm decidedly ignoring it.
Probably for the best.
Yes.
I have recovered a decent amount of spell slots though.
Alrighty. So, with that, yeah, searching along the walls of the cave doesn't appear to be any secret compartments or anything like that. And looking down this tunnel, it appears to be exactly. It looks like it's just a tunnel with this lava, which you can see kind of seeping under the actual rock wall right there, going further within.
So, votes for go on, find past the gate, or
Just door again, or do you guys want to go
votes for
back
the
to
long run?
the main area? Yeah, long rest sounds fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean,
What do you think, Taryn?
I mean, do we want to, guys? I wouldn't mind some time to heal, but I don't.
Yeah, what?
If there's just one, if there's one way out, then we can block it off and rest. But if there is another way through behind that door, I don't know any way to get through it right now anyway. So as they could already be gone, or they could just be sealed back there. So I think that we could probably find some sort of point where it might be set up and take a long rest. Because if they're gone, if they've got a way out, they're probably taking it right now and have it as soon as they know that we're here and they lock the door. But if they don't, then we can intercept them on their way out.
I'm actually just typing. That's just the loudness of my keyboard.
It sounded like you're picking it up and like setting it down and just rattling it.
No, that's not what a life is like.
That's exactly
What did you do?
exactly what it sounded like.
I'm sorry. I just had the visual in my head where we're just emoji going, "Hey, fuck you," to a potted plant. Okay, all right. I made a terrible mistake once again. Oh boy. So.
That's just what I think, though.
I wouldn't mind trying to open the door again, but I think I would like to heal first. Or, take a long rest. There's a whole bedroom down there, right?
Kind of.
Granted, I won't fit into the bed to dwarf size.
I mean, it's a room with a sleeping thing in it that you could rest upon, but I'm not sure how much more comfortable it is than hard rock would be. Hey, stop it!
I'm sorry, I kind of lost track of where you came down on an atomic.
There's lost track of what?
Whether you wanted to long rest or not.
Oh, yeah, I think that we should long rest. Oh, god damn it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm down to long rest too.
So it has only been around 4 to 5 hours since your last long rest. So unless you're spending the day doing something else, it's also a lot of daylight you're losing.
I mean, we're
Right.
We can also explore. There's the other tunnel in the cave, isn't there? We only
That's
went
the
to
gateway tunnel.
No, I mean like further up where the animals were.
The elk tunnel.
Yeah, there's another tunnel.
Right. Huh.
That's also an option. That's like what, an hour walk?
Yeah. Can I look at the gate again? It was what was the components? Just like a metal door and a gargoyle and.
So the door
Oh, there's
itself.
the next save. It's the natural one.
Alrighty.
Is Sparks alive right now?
I don't know.
Um,
Oh
So-
boy.
So you hear various magical explosions, and then
And
one
then
big
silence.
one, and then none.
someone go check on him.
Yeah, if I'm very worried if it's not starting the morning. I'll run towards wherever Sparks was.
I gotta work on my fucking damage.
Oh no. I want to take another look at that door and see if there's I can try and discern any way to open it or like confirm that the fire indentation way to open it. Like I want to just take a harder look at it.
Okay, so once again, re-examining the stone door. You see the figure of it standing, or not standing, kind of wrapped along the top of this, overlooking kind of anyone who would be opening the door or anything like that. The door itself appears to be mostly, or it appears to be plain stonework with no visible seam that you can see at least.
Yeah.
And in the center, along like the lower, maybe about a third, about 3/8 of the way up it, is this circular kind of indent into it, in which it looks like something is meant to be inserted. The emblem itself looks like something similar to like a flame itself, but it does not look exactly like the bronze flame, of course.
Right. Does anything happen if I touch the door?
The door itself,
Yeah.
yes. If you're touching the door, I need you to make me a dexterity save throw.
Okay. Do I get advantage on that from this thing? Nope, this is step checks. Would uncanny dodge work for this?
Indeed, it would. If you have evasion, and do you have evasion, or is that? I don't
Not
know.
yet.
Oh shit! But uncanny dodge would work.
Yeah. Dexterity save. Okay. Blurp blurp blurp.
I like how you roll on one at a time now. A little spooked.
15.
That is just a pass.
You mean, oh, wait, no. Never mind.
Okay, so that is 19 points of fire damage to reduce to 9 because uncanny dodge. As testing to confirm whether or not any form of contact with the door would incur this reaction, your hypothesis is
Did you say
correct.
that 15 was a pass or no?
15 was just a pass, yes.
So that with the uncanny dodge? Would that
Oh,
make
yeah, you're right. So that brings it to
9
4.
down to 4?
Indeed.
Okay. Would you stop it? Stop. People? Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a metal door, you said?
It is stone. It's not metal.
Stone. Huh. That'd be nice if we had some sort of ability to remove magic.
Are there any big plates of Runesteel in the foundry room that would fit down the tunnel with the gateway?
Just find out.
If it was open, it could probably. Oh, you're talking about like right now over there? No. The only remaining thing that was over there was that kind of section of half plate. Over the rest of in that rest of the area, you don't see. You do see some smaller chunks. What could be shoulder pieces or gauntlets or other things like, or other smaller things like that. Still massive compared to your guys' medium-sized forms, but nothing.
Is there anything cylindrical
Cylindrical?
or like 3D rectangular?
Let's see, would that be necessary?
Like
Yep.
just like essentially the shape of a pole or a long rectangle?
There would be. I'd say sure that makes sense. Yes, for that to be there. This kind of long cylindrical tube of Runesteel, maybe about 5.5 or 6 feet long. That's what you mean.
All right. I'll carry that back if Sparks is alive. Or whatever's going on.
Good question.
He pops back into existence, as does a Modron and 1d6 flumps, but no unicorn.
1d6 what?
Flumps.
Flumps.
What is that?
Imagine a creature, but it has no use whatsoever. Make me dexterity saving throws.
You could fuck off, you're not doing it to me. I'm not dying to flump spit.
No.
Yeah. Also, he smells absolutely horrid.
Oh no! How long is that?
1d4 hours.
Oh, God.
He essentially,
So-
the flump skunked him.
The flump skunked. I'm gonna grab that piece of Runesteel and I'm gonna anchor it under my left arm and brace against it, and I'm gonna sprint down that hallway like a battering ram and try and take down that gate.
Okay.
That I would love to watch. If only I could, channel all of this power that I'm wielding straight to that gate.
If only your eyes hadn't turned into pears, then you could watch.
I don't know
Turn-
what that means, but that statement is terrifying.
It's probably on the wild magic table somewhere. Let's be honest.
As
Oh.
Kalis runs by with his beam,
Back up to full HP.
Taryn is kind of smoking still from her, just a little tiny bit. Like, careful as you go.
Good work, I'll have advantage on the dex stay.
Okay. As you go, running up to it, making contact with the pole of Runesteel, attempting to make this battering ram to jut the door open. You immediately go slamming into it, and a familiar consequence happens. As you have advantage on this dexterity saving throw because you are a barbarian.
Doesn't even need to be physically touching it with you, just
Yeah, still a fail.
It's 23 points of fire damage. And Sparks, as you're doing this, you notice the piece of unrefined runestone is turning this extremely, it's starting to illuminate more and more, to the point where it's almost getting about as bright as a small torch. Do with that what you will.
Some would say, oh, so I can use it as a bomb, you say, for a door.
If that's what you think that means, maybe.
Oh no!
So, did anything happen when I rammed the gate?
So, the door was almost completely unaffected by it itself. It was just the jetting flame, or not jetting flame, because it comes from around you. Because even with steel. It appears the door is locked shut at the moment. And you
Caleb.
will not. Oh, go ahead.
Can you do detect magic on a specific item, like a specific area? Like, can you? Obviously, this thing has a magical reaction to it, but can you do detect magic? Can you detect if there's anything specifically in this indentation, like, or if it just takes a certain shape, or if it needs something more than just a certain shape?
So I would have had detect magic as I was ramming the door. And then no longer, after I took the damage.
We'll
So
say.
did I detect anything beyond the door?
Beyond the door, no. It actually, as soon as it gets to that, it seemed to be almost cutting you off past that point.
Right.
But what even would that
Yes!
It's like we're just milestoning it, and Sparks is on an EXP system just in the
Sparks
corner.
runs in with a unicorn!
Just grinding his goblins.
Heal them, please! And then just collapses.
The unicorn lasts for 1 minute. The unicorn lasts for 1 minute and you don't even get to control it. It's like, hey, how are you? Oh, you need to hear? Oh, here you go. There you go. But detecting from the doorway itself. Bum bum bum. In from the keyhole, you would get. It does have its own magical sort of signature. It doesn't seem to be just looking for any shape. It seems to be something more specific than that. And the detect magic is gone.
Okay.
That means that she probably has the key to open it, and there isn't another one, I bet.
Sorry, I can't detect. I can't sense any sort of magic today any longer.
I don't think there's any way we can get in the store.
Not as we are, no. Then I guess I'd like to beg for unicorn heels.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Is this the same unicorn as before, or is it a different?
Oh shit. Let's see. The unicorn can get there in time for a heel and a half. If he dashes. Where is the unicorn stat block? Because that's not something I have up all the time. Because don't fucking see those every day.
Out, during this time, Sparks turned into a sheep once, fireballed himself twice, turned into a potted plant once, summoned a Modron 4 times, summoned a Flump 1 time.
If you summon him again, he's attacking you. I'm sorry, it's just...
Cast 7 magic missiles at 5th level.
Oh, Jesus.
It's almost like it's not worth it.
I have a really important question.
He was determined. He got all of his health back, 2 spell slots, and all of his sorcery points, however.
Is this the same unicorn as before, or a different?
I mean...
He used to Sparks' shit.
This unicorn, the last time it saw you was during the test of the Bronze Flame.
It's the same.
And we'll say, yeah, it's the same unicorn. I don't know where they come from, but this guy's like, hey, it's been a while.
I know. How are you?
You know,
get the healing before it disappears. Get the healing before it disappears.
You know what? Sure, I got you. I remember you. You were cool.
Thanks, man.
I want to do it another 60 times.
Long enough so I can ask you where you come from.
Up north. You know, I think I'm in the south. You know where all the snow and forests and shit are? Up there.
On this plane?
Yeah. Most times it's a nice place.
Guys, we gotta go find this unicorn.
So, anyways, how have you? 5 points. That was a terrible roll.
So up north, where now?
I guess I'll go and do it another 60 times.
Up north in the snowy place.
This is going on Terran's to do. This is find this unicorn at its home.
I'd like to think that Sparks rang the phone so many times that the unicorn was just like, fuck it, I guess.
It's been a while since I checked on him. Gotta be doing okay. Okay, but as you guys have kind of come at this crossroads where you don't really have much of a means you can see immediately to proceed, and are feeling faced with the option of taking a long rest and retreating from these tunnels for the time being, I think now's probably a good point to stop for the night. It's hitting 10:45. Lost track of time. But, yeah, I think next week we'll pick up as you guys decide what to go next, as you guys do still have a few leads in the city, as well as some new information that you've gleaned from your journey down here. So with that, that's English. Thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed this journey coming along with us, and hopefully we will see you next Saturday. Catch us tomorrow as we play more of the Nameless City. Hopefully we don't die. And that's all I can say is I hope, because I can't promise that. So yeah, good night.